Welcome back, babies. This is Shonen Pulse episode 66. The day after 4th of July. If you celebrate that, then, shout out to you or whatever. If you ain't American, then, big bless up. We back to talk about manga and all that good stuff. You know what we do over here, baby. We talk about like 8 or 9 of them. Kagurabachi's on break, but we cover Gachiakuta, Ranger Reject, Shangri-La Frontier. I'm going out of order. Centuria. I don't know if I said Dandadan, but Dandadan. Kagurabachi, Kinato's Magic, Ichi the Witch, and now today, starting here, we're going to be talking about Witchriv or Witchriv or Witchriv or however you want to pronounce it. We'll get into that later, but yeah, we haven't started talking about Hunter. Don't know if we're going to do that yet, but drop some comments down below if you're looking forward to that, because maybe we will. Who knows? But yeah, today Witchriv is the new addition. And as usual, hit the buttons, like, comment, subscribe. It's just me and Big Knox. We still ain't got nobody to join us for these shows yet. Maybe we'll get some guests or something coming up soon. But yeah, shout out to you guys for still watching, even though we've been missing some days and stuff. Holidays and all that good stuff be happening. So adulting. Hit the buttons, like, comment, subscribe. I think I said that already. We got Patreon set up. We got Discord set up if you want to join there. I got to update the Discord link because I forgot to do it last week. We got Spotify and all that other good stuff. Anyway, jumping into it because I think that's about covers it, baby. We're going to start off with this Centuria, chapter 96. Also, just we're not going to be covering 2 chapters. Even though we missed last week, too bad, so sad, baby. We're just jumping into these most recent chapters. So Centuria 96, the Shield Gift. How you feeling?
Yeah, I think Centuria was on break last week anyway, so it didn't have 2 new ones, right?
Yeah, the last chapter was fucking AIDS face.
Yeah, AIDS face.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this one was really fucking cool, man. Like Lucas, bro. So I completely forgot that he had lost fingers, but it's kind of like highlighted in this like fight where his hand is just like in your face a couple times
Yeah.
in the chapter, and I'd completely forgotten about that. I actually
I
like,
got that too.
yeah, I actually think that's really cool that damage just kind of like stays. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? In certain stories, like it doesn't always, and the ones where it does, and it's remembered and kind of like highlighted in certain ways. Like it's not like he's like, oh man, if I just had my ring and pinky finger, I would. He hasn't said anything like that or whatever, but it is emphasized and like highlighted in the art, to remind you that even though there are characters that can heal you in this story, like some damage just stays, and I think that that's important in certain stories to kind of like sell
For
the
sure.
the seriousness of the conflicts. Yeah, but yeah, this nigga was on demon time this chapter though, my nigga. Oh my god.
Yeah, like people sleep. I don't know why, but like I guess these niggas slept on Big Luke, because
Yeah,
they thought they could overpower him and catch him with like strategy and shit. And they looking like, yeah, he got this shield, but he can't like do shit. But nah, this nigga is tight. Like even before getting into him, eventually dunking on these niggas, like I gotta mention the names. We got another dumbass name, Foal. So we got Foal and then another normal name like Goliath. I mean, that's not a normal name, but like it's normal compared to Foal and then
it's not just
Figs, and we have that.
random letters,
Yeah,
or whatever. It's actually a point
yeah.
to it. Yeah.
It's like every other person has a dumbass name in this group or whatever. But yeah, I mean, dude, he's got some moves. Like he quick and he was getting in there. I like the shit where he like dropped the blade behind the shield and then
Yeah,
like catches it with like this fucking he spins his body and it's
yeah,
like it's almost like he's dancing. Your
yeah.
legs are wide open. Like I can see him having that Hisoka E voice. And he's just like, your legs are wide open, or Orochimaru or something. Like I can
Oh,
see him
sure.
sounding like that kind of nigga.
Yeah, no, I
And
can see that too. His fighting style is pretty well represented for it just being like speed and knives.
yeah,
It's drawn really cool.
yeah, he's a cool character so far. And like when I saw this, I was like, oh yeah, this is perfect. Like I didn't even think about it. Like when this fight kind of started, last week with AIDS face showing up, and I didn't even like try to imagine like these guys' abilities. I mean, Goliath, I thought he was just gonna be a big, hulking nigga. So that is what he is. But I didn't even think about the fact that like having a speedster character would be, perfect. That would really fuck with somebody like Lucas, who is, a sword nigga with a shield. And it's like I gotta
Hmm.
stand here and block.
Yeah,
So yeah, having somebody who is like super fast is very like a counter to him basically.
yeah, really, because his shield will block any gift or whatever, but if you can get around it, then then your gift can connect anyway.
Yeah.
and high speed is just the easiest way to get around that. I mean, but this Goliath dude just keeps punching the shield, and they just keep it, keep attacking the shield. The speed dude, like, does do the move where he kind of like drops the knife behind it and tries to get past the defense to start slicing his like legs up or whatever. But I'm surprised that the Goliath character didn't do more like ground attack stuff to like, destabilize his foundation, or like make him like kind of like fall over or something like that. He just kind of kept trying to like brute force him basically
Yeah, I
through
guess
the
his whole
yeah.
thing was just like becoming like a spear or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I just figured, I don't know, he reminds me of the Thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Ben Grimm or whatever. So I thought we were going to see at least one, like, like when the Hulk like takes a giant stomp on the ground and it makes like a wave of like earth, like
Oh
type
yeah.
shit. I thought we would see stuff like that, but his fighting style was a lot more like meat-headed and straightforward, which is fine because, the speedster dudes seem to be using a little bit more brain. But they were a cool little duo.
Yeah.
Um, I think
It was
it's
a cool plan.
yeah. I mean, the coolest thing about this chapter is, especially in the last arc, when Lucas would use this shield against like Altus and shit like that. He really only needed to use it kind of one way, and that was to just block incoming attack.
Yeah.
But against characters like these, he had to get a little bit more creative with it. And I, like probably most people reading the chapter, didn't know that the shield could be applied in the ways that it did. Like, yes, it looks like a shield, but that doesn't mean it's limited in all of the ways a physical shield is. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And when at the end of the chapter, when he cleaves this dude in half with it, I was like, nigga, how? And I was like, wait, because it negates the gift like on contact or whatever, like nullifies the gift on contact. So like it's not like he necessarily, he applied so much momentum or force to the shield that it broke through this crazy dense, physical durability defense situation. It effectively, I feel like, at least the way I interpreted it, it kind of like cut through it like paper, just because the shield of the like the rock body is the gift. You know what I mean? And the shield kind of like nullifies that quality of it.
Yeah, I
You
think
know
there's
what I
still
mean?
probably a bit of sharpness to the shield,
Right,
being like like a flat object made of like probably light or something.
right.
But like, yeah, nullifying that, and it's doing both things at once. It's cutting
Exactly.
him and cutting his gift.
So if he didn't have this like rock defense, then yes, the shield could just like he could just like, command the shield to go down quickly, on
Yeah,
top of him and slice him in half. But because of his defense, I feel like it wouldn't be that easy if the shield didn't have that nullifying quality to it. So he
well, I think he's
basically,
just creating it in him. Like
oh, do
like
you think it's that?
I think he just kind of like he just like summoned it within the dude's body, and it just split him from the inside.
Okay, because the reason why I thought that he had sent it downward or something like that is like, one, there's like a flick sound effect, which could just be his hand conjuring the shield too. But that coupled with like the lines around the shields, um, like it's like motion lines almost. It feels like it's moving down or up or
Yeah,
something like that. But yeah, I definitely didn't think of the idea of it just being conjured inside of him and splitting him in half, because those motion lines aren't there like in the bottom left panel, like on page 20. You know what I mean? Like you have like the big
yeah,
panel at the top, and then you have like this like, these a lot of these really close together lines or whatever going around the outline of the shield that implied motion to me. Um
my
and then
my thought
and then they're not there in the bottom left panel. Yeah.
my thought process was that it was just kind of like a lightsaber. Like
Yeah.
it grew, and then it like grew up from like a center point, and then on that bottom panel, it's like done. So it
Yeah.
no longer needs to do it. Because
Hmm.
on like 2 pages before that, we see that he kind of like loses the shield. The dude's
Yeah.
holding the hand, and then he gets like speared, and then like it starts to dissipate,
That's right.
and then he moves his hand over. And I think at that point he doesn't have it, and I think he just recreates it like within the dude.
That's even crazier then. Because like, what do you mean you can conjure the shield from inside somebody's body?
Yeah.
Like, how did you not just like one shot Altus with that then?
Probably just did he ever get like he probably has a range like the
True,
shield can only be within like 3 feet of himself.
true.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
no,
insane though.
yeah, that was wild, and like the plan these guys had was solid. Like the dude, and I mean, on both sides it was really good because for them it's like I'm quick, I'm a pin them down, I'm a push them to the wall, and then you can just spear me. I'll move out the way, I'm quick, but like
Yeah,
Lucas going, yeah, I'm gonna make them think that like I can't swing around this shield. It's inconvenient to have this shield and to deal with someone who's quick and like, oh man, I'm getting pushed up against a wall. Like, what am I gonna do? As soon as he gets up to the wall, he's like, gotcha, nigga.
yeah,
Sword through the throat, like, bruh.
yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah,
seriously. And he makes a point to say, like, yeah, it looks like a shield, but it doesn't have those same like physical limitations that a shield like would. So like, yes, I can my own shit can go through it from the back to the front, but your
yeah,
shit can't get through it from the front to the back.
yeah.
Maybe if he sent, like, I wonder then, so does his own gift not count, like when it comes to like if he had like his lance in his hand or something like that, and then he tried to send it through the shield from the back of the shield to the front of the shield to stab somebody, would the spear run into the shield and stop because that's the spear is a gift, because his sword is just like, it's just a sword, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I wonder, or is it based on, the will or the intent, some kind of like cognitive factor of the wielder that lets whatever, through and blocks other things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's either definitely like from the inside thing, or maybe it's like he's doing it like willingly, like he can
Yeah,
allow certain like objects through it or whatever,
yeah.
whatever he chooses. Um, but yeah, just during this fight, I was just like I was thinking he was gonna whip out that like centaur form or whatever. Like I thought at some point he was gonna do that, but he just kind of dunks on these dudes without needing to do that, and that was just cool.
He took huge damage here from this rock nigga though.
Yeah,
Like that shit scared the fuck out of me. Like I thought, cause like it looks sharp, dude. You
yeah.
know what
It's
I'm
like he
saying?
he put his it looks like he put his arms like together and made like a spearhead or something. Like he's a stone like arrow.
Yeah, and you took that to the gut, and your back hit the wall, so you're pinned between that giant dude in spear rock form, and he
Yeah.
just ran at you full sprint, direct hit to the gut, and then
After
you're
getting cut up, like
after getting cut up a
yeah.
bunch, and then your back hits the wall and shatters it, like crumbles the wall. Like, brother, like how do you like does he like just have like a gaping hole in his stomach right now?
This definitely just like looking at the
No, he
way
doesn't.
like on this last page, it looks like he gets up off the wall, walks forward, and then he wobbles back to the wall. Like it looks
Yeah,
like this is the type of damage where he's just like, yeah, I'm done. Like
yeah.
somebody else has to take up the next fight or whatever. Like I can't.
Atoria is he is close by though, right?
I think so.
Yeah, because it's like
And
Zira
Lacrima's on the way
TT.
too.
Yeah, it's like Zira TT, Diane, Lucas, Atoria in this group.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I think they're close enough to where she can kind of get to him and help him if she absolutely needed to. There's also like Lacrima on the way that can do like blood transfusion stuff or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, like no, like nigga, you got like exploded organs and broken fucking torso bones, bro. Like,
On top of the Maiden Abyss curse. Like
yeah,
nigga,
like on
you
God.
took 2 seconds of that. That's major damage.
Yeah,
What
like
is that?
this.
2 seconds is 1 to 2 seconds. You cough up blood, get nosebleeds, dizziness and heart palpitations, significant decline in physical function. He didn't get 3 to 5. So yeah, he's
I know his
like
shit was
his
screaming, bro.
yeah, like he can't this isn't he shouldn't fight again for a while.
Yeah, he's done like dinner.
Yeah. What's the other chick named Zira, the
I
dragon
think
tail chick?
so, Zira or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like we gotta hope she can fight or something, but like we got this cursed face
Hold on,
bitch
how many
here,
more
so
niggas do? How
I think
many
this
more?
is it.
Yeah, it's AIDS face and then these two.
I think so. Yeah, she only came with those two niggas.
So she's about to just hmm. Because I don't think she has any combat capability of her own. She kind of just stands there and looks at you while her little niggas do shit, right?
Yeah,
Um,
probably.
yeah, so now that these two have been neutralized, I don't think there is any more fight really, and she might just, everyone can just close their eyes, turn around, and like run. And what's she gonna do? Chase after him? Be like, look at me, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
nah, like she's probably gonna get out of there. I don't know.
Yeah. I wonder like how it works if someone like Lacrima looks at her, because Lacrima, is like water, and it's like, like how she can turn her organs and stuff into liquid and probably regenerate them. Like like her breaking her wrist or getting a nosebleed probably doesn't mean shit
Yeah,
when her body is like water. And like, could she put like a water bubble over this bitch's face to like
drown her.
or to like what's the shit, like obfuscate or whatever, like to
Oh
like
yeah.
blur her face or something so that people don't see it
I
or
mean,
some shit.
it would depend on the level of distortion. I mean, because I mean, if you just put water around her face, it might make her face look bigger,
True.
and who knows what that does. I don't think it necessarily, water's clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless she uses like fucking. I'm not even gonna say what I was gonna say, bro. Let me let me not. But she could
So
maybe blood. Maybe she could use her like manipulate her own blood, and then the
yeah, I have a
redness of the
feeling blood
blood
is
can.
related to where you were going to say.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was gonna say booty juice, bro. Like
Okay.
dookie water.
Okay. I thought you were going with some menstruation shit. Nigga
Oh
said booty
no.
juice. Bruh. Yeah, it's just blood bending on a period, yeah.
Booty juice.
Yeah, booty juice is nigga, that's not like that's not what the fuck.
Where are we going? Let's
They
let's
got
let's back up a little bit.
they
Okay.
got bottles of booty juice, yeah. Sweat and dookie liquid, yeah.
Oh, oh, fuck, dude. What is wrong with us?
You heard it the fuck here first, yo. Booty juice will defeat the fucking opponent. I'm
Booty
very
juice
confused.
bubble around the head, bro. I would literally just. I'd be like, okay, you win, you win. I'm putting the helmet back on. Just take this shit the fuck off me.
Yeah, they beat her and they're like, "Whew, that shit stink. What was that?" She's like, "Oh, I mixed a little dirt in the water." It's like, bro, where'd you get that water from? That came from you. She's just fucking, bro. She just vacuums the poop out her body and swirls it around in a bubble. Put it in a bubble, swirl that shit around, and fucking just put it over her head. You put a little bit in her mouth while she drowning her. Yeah. Drowned in
Bro,
booty juice. Bro, imagine that. Yeah. Death by asphyxiation because of you drowning in booty juice.
bro, you want to know what's crazy? I feel like that has maybe happened to somebody before, man.
Oh, for sure. I'm
Like
sure
sewers and
somebody.
shit, and like,
Yeah, or some sick torture kind of shit. Somebody's
yeah,
gotten booty juice torture.
yeah, like, bro, there's billions of people, maybe a trillion people that have ever existed in the life of people. It's like
Yeah,
that's a
like
lot of people.
yeah, it's you're gonna be fucking hard pressed to find a way that somebody has died and it be original.
Yeah, fuck, dude.
But
All right, I
but
want to
yeah,
stop
nah,
thinking about this now.
yeah. No, this is a really cool chapter and fight, and I love how Lucas is. He's not out of cards. Yeah, we got the shield, and we've seen the shield before, like once or twice before, and it's like we never, ever thought of anything like this, and it's super cool that he's like keeping some tricks up his sleeve, and
Yeah,
he's playing this mental game where it's like I'm gonna pretend that I can't really swing my sword, and I'm gonna let them pin me to the wall that way, like, because the little dude, he's like, I got him, yeah, he can't go anywhere, and it's like, shink, nigga, like,
yeah,
yeah, that's what you thought, bitch. Like, I can
right.
stab right through. I could have did this a long time ago, nigga, but he said you finally stopped moving, like,
Got your ass through the
yeah,
throat too. I know that hurts so fucking bad.
yeah, and I
Like maybe you just
mean,
go into shock right away and don't really feel it too much, but like I don't fucking know, bro. I like grabbed my neck when I turned the page. I was like, like I was literally like, ouch, dude. And he still was on timing even after that.
yeah,
I don't know. You stabbed me through my throat. The fight is over. This nigga
yeah, like
said my life for Rumir. I was like, oh man, you're really about this shit.
yeah, like I ain't got that kind of balls, brother.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, but I do like when the characters respect their opponent. So like Luke is looking down at me like, damn, you got guts, bro. Like I fuck with that. It's like,
Yeah, that was hard.
yeah, but Yeah, good fight, good chapter. Can't wait to see what happens next. Hopefully, Lacrima gets here, or like they clap this dirty face bitch. Um, like I don't
Yeah.
know,
I wonder,
but
yeah, I
we
wonder what happens next now that her tuning are dispatched.
yeah, like is she gonna cower and be like, shit, I ain't had no backup plans. Like I just really thought you niggas was gonna die.
She's gotta have something, bro. Like I feel like we're meant to think that she's defenseless now, but
Yeah,
she'll be like, "Oh, what did you think I needed my niggas? I just I'm good by myself." Like, what if she's just raw, like on her own?
yeah. They surround her in like a fucking like five around one, and she fucking puts up the fucking Kage Bushi no Jutsu hand sign, summons fucking shadow clones, and now she's got ugly faces in
Bro.
every direction. Like, yeah, you niggas are fucked.
Oh my god, that would be so insane.
Start martial arts, and I just need to see some other niggas. Like I always will appreciate Lucas, getting money, but like some of these other niggas need to cash checks, bro. Like please, TT,
Yeah.
please. I'm getting tired of asking for fucking Kuromori to give TT some money, bro. She need
Well,
the cash
we
checks.
talked about it too. It's like I feel like in the last arc, it kind of like showed us that like until she has specific time and writing and storytelling dedicated to her training in that regard, she's not going to be getting money like that in these fights, bro. Like they need to like literally like sit her to the side at a time of peace or a time like a downtime when they're not in the middle of war or like some kind of ambush or something like that, and be like, all right, TT, grab a fucking sword, sun up, sun down for the next like 3 months. Like we're gonna get you tight real quick. Like I feel like something like that has to happen. Otherwise, she's just gonna remain, the oh no, uh,
Yeah, because
the enemy. Yeah,
she keeps coming way too close to like death, and she's
yeah,
seeing niggas fight. Like she has witnessed like 10 fights since the start of the series, and she's always like a hair away from death. Like if somebody, like if Lucas would have tripped, then all these niggas would be dead.
right.
Like she's coming too close to death to not know how to throw a rock or something.
Yeah. And like she's got heart though. Like that's the thing, is that like in the last arc, like she was willing to, kind of put her life on the line despite not having any real combat capabilities at all, and nothing that would actually help in any major way turn the tide of conflict. But like she was still ready to stand on business anyway. So she's got that dog in her. She just
Yeah.
needs, to gain the proper facilities. And
She needs to make that life worth something, because if she
yeah,
died, like nothing would be lost.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
it would be like, dang, our girl gone. But like,
I feel like you don't give her
the,
qualities like that, like we saw in the last arc, if you're not eventually going to make her tight, though.
yeah. But
So I have hope.
this is a situation where it's like with everyone together, the party is at 100% strength, and if TT's gone, the party is at 99.9% strength. Like
Right.
nothing has lost if TT died, besides like, oh man, we miss our homegirl. That was
Yeah.
family, but like
Right.
she is not contributing anything besides being a fucking a shield to
Yeah.
block a bullet for the kid.
Yeah.
But I think I'm squeezed out on this one. You got any other thoughts for Centuria?
No, I think that was a good combo for everything that we had content wise in the chapter.
All right, cool. Shit, that's gonna do it, y'all. That was Centuria chapter 96, The Shield Gift. Now jumping into our first time talking about this new series called Witchriv, chapter 31. But we might also do some yapping about the series as a whole. So, how you feel, man?
Yeah, you mean Witcher 4? Yeah, no,
Witcher 4.
no, just because like I'm looking at the I'm looking at the chapter title, or the title on like the chapter cover, and it's like
Niggas now.
Roman numeral 4. Yeah, Witcher 4. But no, dude, I love this shit. Yeah, I read the first chapter, and just like it just felt special just off of that. That
Yeah.
first chapter was fucking insane, bro. And then yeah, and then I caught up, and now I'm really loving what the series is doing. And it was a really smooth, easy read. It didn't take too long to catch up. Like I think I did it like pretty much all. I think I did it in 2 sessions.
Mm.
Um, well, 3 technically, because I finished the last 2 today before the recording. But yeah, man, this shit is gas. It's such an
Yeah, it's just
interesting. Like I love that we have like a couple different magic series on the roster now. We got Kinato's magic, Ishi the Witch, and now Witchriv, or Witcher 4, or Witchriv, however you want to fucking say it. but
Witcher
uh,
4.
but they're all like so different, and You know, I really love the wand system
Yeah.
in Witchriv, and I like how everyone seems to kind of have, you know, one spell so far that they use with their wand, but then it's like there's different applications of that one spell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I've always been a fan of power systems that kind of go deep with abilities rather than wide. You know what I mean? It's one thing to just have a bunch of different abilities and spells and forms that you can do, you know, with your magic. But I feel like the more time goes on in series like those, it just kind of becomes um you know, a little bit it just feels a lot like congested, I guess is the word that I'll use there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it just feels like there's just so many things, you know, that you kind of have to keep track of. Which isn't necessarily, which isn't inherently an issue, but I just prefer the style of like, okay, you have 1 to 3 major abilities, and how you use them in different situations creatively is always a lot more compelling to me than just okay, I'll use ability number 17, or I'll use
Yeah.
ability number 45, or I'll use ability number, you know, 107, you know what I mean? And it's like that can be tight, but I'm just always going to prefer shit like this.
Yeah, and it's like it's okay if every now and then you have a character who has 20 moves or whatever, but like when everybody has access to when the power system just lends every character has 10 moves, it's like damn, okay, you never really know what to expect. It kind of hurts the the flow and just being able to just expect things,
Yeah.
like you come to expect certain, like, I guess, qualities with fights and stuff, but when you got like 30 attacks, it's like
Yeah.
anything can fucking happen. And
And
then when something
exactly.
doesn't, it's
Yeah.
like okay, well, why didn't he use fucking spirit bomb then? If
Right.
I know it's in his arsenal, why wouldn't he use his mega death move? Why would he
Yeah.
like sprinkle in a bunch of these weak ass attacks or whatever when we know the nigga can do like cool dot move
Yeah,
or
and we're just
whatever?
like a lot more engaged, and I feel like invested. It helps with like the stakes a lot too, because if an author decides to put, you know, a character in a situation where, you know, when you think about it, it's like, okay, based on how we understand the abilities that we've seen so far, the character's kind of at a disadvantage here. Like, what the fuck is he going to do? And then the author will write a really creative outlet using the rules and the abilities that we're already familiar with, just in a new way that we hadn't thought of before. And that
Yeah.
creativity, you know, just is a better payoff in the conflict resolution when it happens that way, instead of like, oh yeah, you forgot that I had spell number 97 and
Yeah.
that'll get me out of this situation in a pinch. It's like, okay, well, you haven't fucking used that since chapter 3, and we're in like chapter 200. So like
Yeah.
that's cool, like it's a cool callback or whatever, but you know, like it can work, but I just think that it's a lot better when, you know, we have a really good understanding of what a character can do. They're put in a situation where it seems like all of those things that we've seen them do so far is not going to work in this moment. And then, you know, this like wildly creative application comes out of nowhere, you know, that doesn't break any previously established things with the abilities that we're familiar with. And the conflict resolution just feels a lot better in moments like those to me. And I feel like that's the kind of shit that Witchriv is going to be capitalizing on in its conflicts, and I'm really excited about that
Yeah.
on a power system level.
It's a lot more like personal that way too. You got, the character, they know their power and they trying to figure out more ways to like deepen their understanding of their own ability versus like how many more abilities can I learn
Yeah,
or whatever. So yeah, it works a lot better when it's that way. So
yeah,
yeah, Witchriv though, man, this it's a tough world, man.
yeah.
Like
The villains are sons of
they are really
bitches in this
bad.
shit,
Like
scum of the earth, and especially in this chapter, the newest one. It had been a while since we had kind of seen the investigative like magic bureau or whatever
yeah,
really be on some slimy shit, because obviously we saw it firsthand in that first chapter, and that was huge, a huge shock to see how ruthless they were. And then, you know, as after that, like following you know, the time where Nona and Mira were kind of imprisoned or whatever, we saw just really more slimy humans talking their shit and doing underhanded, you know, ruthless shit or whatever. And we're like, God, dude, all of these niggas suck so bad. But then we went into that like 20 chapter long arc that didn't really have any of them involved in it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And I had not really forgotten how scummy and how ruthless they can be. But then after that really long arc, coming back to this current one and reintroducing these really shitty bureau members, it's like, oh yeah, this can happen. Like when he
yeah,
fucking double tapped Kathy's mom, I was like, no.
Yeah, like the previous arc really put the blinders up because it's like we had
Yeah,
that one guy who was a member, like a former member of the bureau, and it's like,
yeah,
oh yeah, but he's actually not like a shithead.
yeah.
So
He
it's
was good
like,
guy Jones.
yeah, we learned that, oh yeah, some other humans can be kind of suck too, and not all cops are bad. So it's like we got this good guy cop guy, but like he's kind of like gave up on that life, and
Yeah,
but then we jump back to this, and it's like, oh yeah, it sucks. Like we gotta evade the police or whatever, but like this dude walks into the house and he's like, I'm looking for this Kathy kid. Everybody's shocked, and mom's like, please don't take my baby. Fucking, like you said, double tap, fucking
yeah,
two to the chest. And he's like, we were always gonna kill her if she got in the way. He was just
yeah,
asking out of the goodness of his heart. And it's like, dog, what? Like,
yeah.
they don't
That
they don't give
was
a fuck.
that shit was wild. And when he came in the scene in chapter 30 in last week's chapter, when it's you turn the page and the boot comes in the door and he's like, well, hello there, with the Bureau of Magic Surveillance. I genuinely was just like, fuck. And I love when of like an antagonistic presence or like a villain and like a villainous like entity in a fictional story can choke me up like that just on presence alone. And
Yeah,
Witchriv did a really good job of selling the threat of magic surveillance members, that when they enter the scene, it's like, oh my god, it's not like quite like, oh shit, Sakuna woke up, you know what I mean, like,
yeah, yeah,
but it invokes a similar like tension in the chest that I feel like is really important for a story to be able to achieve with its villains and its antagonists, if we're going to take the threats seriously, you know what I
yeah.
mean.
And it's like, like we know that Nona and Mirror Mirror are witches or mages or whatever. I can't remember what they're called here. Is it mages?
Mages, yeah.
Yeah. So we know that they're mages, but like nobody else here knows. Like the Kathy and her mom doesn't know. So it's like, oh shit, he found the mages, and like my thought is like, fuck, they probably are worried about what could happen to this mother and daughter for harboring mages or whatever. But no, we're here for the girl, and the mom just get clapped just for being in the way, and you kids are free to go. Like he wasn't even coming here for them. He, like, after he shoots him, he like, oh yeah, who are you guys anyway? Like it
Right.
was like he didn't even see them.
Yeah, just
He came here for the
casual
kid.
murder.
Yeah, that is that's a quality that I'm looking forward to seeing more of from these like Magic Bureau guys, because
Yeah.
it's been a while, since we've kind of had a series where people are very shoot first, ask questions never.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, she's dead. Like,
She
you
barely
can no
said two
longer.
words. She's like, yo, just let me come with, bro. It's my daughter. And he's like, what? Bam. And it's like, wow.
Yeah. And like I wonder, like, I mean, he said he was always planning to kill her, but I wonder, like, if because when she says, ever since Kathy was born, she's all I live for. I already lost my husband in an accident. Kathy's all I got. I wonder if like that was just kind of a thing that pushed it over. He was like, oh, no husband either. Like nobody's gonna try to fight me. Like if I shoot her, nobody's gonna try to fucking elbow me from the other room or anything. He's like,
Yeah.
cool. Like no witnesses, nothing. Nobody's coming back. Nobody to complain.
Yeah, we
Like,
could really just dead you off real quick and take your girl back to headquarters. And it's like, man, dude, like the level of authority and power that these guys have to just get away with whatever they want, and know that they have, the backing of the establishment so so much behind them, that they're effectively untouchable. It's just like, that's a really scary system to kind of be a part of in society. I think that has a
yeah,
lot to say about certain other establishments in real life. But yeah, no, this shit is crazy, bro. Like what can you even do about that? Like, you could
right.
really, I mean, I feel like if they really wanted to, if Nona and Mira were a little bit more, you know, ruthless themselves, they could have really just killed this nigga real quick. Because
Yeah,
we know that Nona, now that she kind of, from the last arc, like, she can put needles in people. And
yeah,
she has a little bit less control when she uses her needles on organic living things rather than inanimate things, which is a really cool caveat to kind of give her. But like, yeah, like, she could just fucking put this shit through his temple real quick. You
Yeah, 'cause
know,
then she
like
like put the needle in the dude's like arm, and it was like traveling to his heart or something.
yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like she could really fuck these niggas up. And like Mira's abilities with gravity or just weight or whatever is really broken too. So like they could have just scrunched this nigga real quick. And like, yeah, he's got his people outside. Like
Yeah,
they didn't come in the door with him though, right? They were just standing outside.
yeah. As far as I know, they stayed outside. So I
They
wonder
could
if the
have boomed
fear.
this nigga and hit the
Yeah,
back door.
yeah. I wonder if the fear is just like it's not enough of us to outnumber these niggas that they got like shotguns and shit, or what? Because like, why did? I mean, they're also like kids, so it's like we probably don't really want to hurt people. So like, her
Right.
first reaction is probably not like, oh, it's a cop. Let me send a needle through his brain. But
Yeah.
like, when you got a nigga at a he solo in a room like this and it's 2v1, it's like they could easily clap this dude, but like
Yeah.
the threat of dragging round fucking shotguns outside, I guess, is keeping them from like really acting.
And it's like, man, these guns
They
don't
also
got
were looking
shit
for
on this
info.
magic, bro. Like we've seen them like do crazy terrain altering shit in combat. Like, you
Yeah,
know, like Nona is basically Spider-Man with these threads, my nigga. Like you could really outmaneuver these motherfuckers even with these guns. But I mean, at the end of the day, like, yes, they are children. They've definitely seen, you know, the ruthless nature of these guys. Like, they're so quick to just shoot you in the head. Like, she has like PTSD from her friend and her friend's family, you know, and her mom just getting fucking boomed up with these guns. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to think about collateral damage. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot to worry about when these Magic Bureau niggas that come around, and it can probably psychologically affect them in a way that keeps them from acting in certain ways, you know what I mean, just
yeah.
off of their presence alone. So like I get that, but yeah, I don't know, this one just seemed like he should have just got clapped though.
Yeah, I wonder like what the deal is with like this Corvelta group, because like once they eventually do find them, I mean, I guess the one other reason that Mira and Nona don't attack is because like they're looking for information.
That's true
So it's like
too.
they can't just wild out and fucking cut the head off the first nigga who does something crazy, and like that's just gonna make it harder for them to move once people know like, oh, it's a bitch with gravity magic, our dude was scrunched, look out for some shit like that. But
Yeah.
like when they do find this group, like I wonder, I don't think they ever gave us like, we don't know any kind of motivations behind the Corvelta group, just that they're a mage group going around, and like the magic bureau doesn't fuck with it, like they're just causing trouble probably just by existing. But like I want to know what their vibe is, and like if they would even allow these kids to join them. They probably would, but like I don't know if they're like, if they're recruiting any maids. I don't remember if it was ever said, because I was behind, so I had to read like 10 chapters when I caught up or whatever. So it's like, are they recruiting any maids, or is it like a group of mages who were like bound to a certain cause, and maybe other mages might not agree with that or what? Like I want to know what the deal is, and if these kids would even be able to join them. But another thing is like,
Yeah,
what
maybe it's
if?
just all the mages that have the biggest beef with the Magic Bureau who have just like lost, you know, it's I mean, maybe all mages just have like the same beef with them because why wouldn't they, I guess. So
Yeah.
yeah, maybe it's deeper
What
than
if?
that.
What if when they go to this place, like Mira is like, yeah, I'm gonna go with you, get information or whatever. You guys pay for pay for information. But what if like they have a mage like within the Magic Bureau who's like, I don't know, tortured or being paid off to like do these mage tests. So before they take information or give a payout, they do like a magic test or whatever to make sure the person that's giving information isn't a mage. What if she gets like caught up and the person's like, yeah, she's a mage? It's like they clap her in that bitch.
Mm.
Or what if like they put somebody, like when you go to snitch or testify or whatever, they do some kind of like magic damage to you or something, like they start hitting you with shit that a normal person wouldn't be able to take, to just to see, basically just putting her through a test to see if she's a normal human or a mage, and she fails the test, and now it's like, fuck, we got to break her out of this fucking police department or
I
whatever.
can see that too.
Yeah.
It's really interesting
But
stuff, this arc that we're going into, man. Like she put the needle on you know, on Mira to kind of track her, I would assume. And you know,
yeah,
that
for
she's
sure.
probably going to you know, to follow them back to headquarters. And it's just a really cool setup for the next arc. Um oh yeah, and then Relude, right? Relude,
Yeah,
that's his name.
I think so. Relude.
Yeah, that nigga somewhere. She probably gotta go grab him from the hotel. before she moves out. I forgot that he I kind of forgot that he was on the team now.
Yeah. Yeah, and that makes me wonder, like, what happens, like, by the end of this arc, like, if they save this girl and if she's a mage, does she just join them or, like
You think she might be, right? Because like they gave her a very interesting character quirk of like photographic memory, basically. And
Yeah,
you
she might
talk
be a
about Kathy,
mage.
right? Yeah, she could and
Yeah.
just not know it yet.
That or, like, maybe she's, she's friends with a mage or something,
Yeah.
and she's kinda like similar situation with, Mira or Nona or whatever, where she, was friends and it's just like she doesn't want to either get shot or, like, have her friend get killed or something, like,
I
maybe
think
she
that
knew someone.
I think Kathy definitely, or Kathy A, I'm not really sure how to pronounce that, but I think she absolutely, I think the Magic Bureau guy is 100% correct in his deduction that that she did run into someone from Cuba Delta
Corvelta, yeah.
Quivelta, yeah, because he says when her mom says we have nothing to do with Quivelta at all, and then Kathy kind of grabs her and makes that face. And then the dude is like, is that the look of someone who has nothing to do with them? I think that is like, he could just, he could be wrong and just is just assuming shit about a child that's clearly like worried because the cops are in her house, and like that would stress anybody out. You know what
Yeah.
I mean, or whatever. Especially if you know how these cops kind of move. Like, she's like 8 or something like that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. But I think that the emphasis on her reaction and that dialogue is kind of like a tell that she absolutely did run into a Quidelta person.
Yeah,
Um,
that face is definitely, like, giving it away. She does
yeah,
not, she's not a poker face haver at all, like, she
yeah,
is giving everything up here.
right, yeah. So it's like I want to know who she ran into, what she remembers, what she knows, because that's going to be huge. But if she is a mage, I feel like her power has to be related to, or maybe I guess it doesn't have to be related to her photo memory or her photographic memory, like character quirk or whatever that they gave her. But I just want to see applications of magic that aren't as physical as they have been so far. You know what I mean? Because you have Nona with the thread and needle magic, you have Mira with the weight slash gravity shit, you have Relude with the wheel magic, we got the Quivelta character with the crazy bubble beam magic, and everything is very physical and very um you know yeah, just like just physical, you know what I mean? But I'm sure that there are other kinds of magic that aren't like that, you know what I mean? Or they're are a little bit more
Yeah.
abstract, a little bit more, yeah, you know what I mean? And I want to
I
see
do feel
that.
like she would probably be one to have a magic like that because, like, when they left her with her mom, when they found her and they were playing like the board game, and then her mom came and they're like, "All right, see you later." They walked down the stairs and she was there. She like
Right.
bounced on her mom, and then they're walking like they keep walking and she pops out the trash can and she slides out the alley, and it's like maybe she's got some kind of like not speed but like some kind of like escape
Maybe.
magic or something.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
she can like just always like get out of a pinch, but in this case it hurts because she can't do it for other people maybe, so it's like while she could have gotten out of this,
Yeah.
she couldn't have saved her mom.
They did really emphasize, like, bro, how are you appearing in these places like this? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like there was, a moment for that. So that could be related to her magic, but she's just got a lot going on. She's a very mysterious character so far
Yeah,
with the
and then I'm
photographic memory and
pretty sure
the
they
quick
talked about her
moves.
like not having friends or whatever too.
Yeah, because her friends are just like, yo, you're weird. You remember too much. Quit telling me the cringe shit that I said 3 weeks ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
interesting. No, but yeah, like I'm looking forward to seeing more ways for them to use these magics. Like maybe Nona can do like not only with the tracking, but maybe if like there's still thread on this like needle or something, maybe she can also hear with it. Like she can use it
Ooh.
kind of like a bug or whatever. She
Yeah.
put a bug on her.
I want to say, God, I want to say there is a character that has a similar ability as what you're talking about right now, where through some kind of string or thread magic, you can hear what people are saying through it. Kind of like when we were kids and we would have like the two tin cans, like the Campbell soup
Yeah,
cans, like connected by a string, and you could talk to each other from like,
right.
from house to house, like when you talk to your neighbor through a string or whatever,
That should never
connected to
work.
cans. It did.
No, it didn't.
That shit worked, bro. Did it not? Damn, I guess
No, nigga, you were just within 10 feet of a nigga and could
no,
hear him.
no, no, I swear, bro. Or maybe I don't have an actual memory of doing that and I just like saw it in a TV show.
That was in
And
a
then
cartoon.
yeah, like Ed, Ed and Eddie or some shit.
Yeah.
No, wait, that doesn't work?
Nigga, think about it, dog.
No, bro,
Chicken
wait.
noodle soup and string, nigga.
My childhood, bro.
It's
No.
all fake.
Why did they do it in the shows then?
Because they were stupid,
I'm
and so were
Googling this
we.
shit, bro. Wait a minute. Wait a
Bruh,
minute. Hold
you heard it
on.
here first.
Can you talk to people through cans and string? Yes, you can talk to people using two cans or cups and a string. It works by turning sound into mechanical vibrations, which travel along a taut line. It works!
Nigga, you can hear the nigga from 10 feet away.
The string must be perfectly tight and taut. If the string droops or sags, the vibrations get lost and sound won't travel. I don't know, my nigga. This is on how stuff works.
We're going to have to put it to the test.
We
Yeah.
gotta put it to the test, bro.
This is insane.
I refuse to have my childhood ruined. But
Bruh.
but yeah, I think you might be onto something with that bug through the
Yeah.
string situation.
Yeah, and imagine like Reloud, or whatever pops up and he's like, yo, where you going? And it's like, fuck, you blew the cover. Like he says some like magey shit. Or maybe not. I
No,
mean,
because he's used to hiding who he
yeah.
is in his, regular day-to-day odd jobs backstory.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I doubt he's that dunderheaded.
Yeah, that last arc was dope. It
It
was
was really
long, but
good. It
like it
was
was really
long, but
good.
it didn't feel like too long. Like the writing was just really good for the characters and
Yeah.
for the plot. And I was just really engaged throughout the entire establishment of these three characters and their relationships with each other and what they had been through that brought them together and, what strengthened their bonds and the relatability of, the ex Magic Bureau guy looking for his family and him, feeling akin to, um, Relude for having the exact same motivation of wanting to find his family. And that all just made so much sense. And I love how with, Gear, the villain or whatever of the last arc, kind of his story was very sad and his motivations made a lot of sense based on what he had went through and just his character arc throughout that like 20 chapters of becoming friends slash brothers with Relude and the trauma of losing his mom and not really knowing who he is or what his place in the world is and him like kind of like falling into this drinking and brothel kind of based addiction to kind of deal with that trauma and him kind of developing this selfish outlook on manipulating and using Relude, knowing that Relude is like looks up to him as like an idol and a big bro and like but that isn't really what he wanted to do. It just felt like what he had to do at the time. It wasn't really his true nature to be a shisty manipulative person like that. You find out like, dude, I probably saw you as more of a brother than you did to me at the end of the day, and I was just wiling out because I didn't know how to process my issues from my trauma and shit. And like just his character arc was just so beautifully laid out from start to finish. I definitely wasn't expecting him to die at the end of the arc, and I feel like that was a really important decision to make too. It just all felt really good, and the length of it didn't really feel dragged out or anything like that because there were just so many well executed um additions and just like ebbs and flows to
Yeah.
to the arc where it just didn't feel like we were spending too much time in one spot. It didn't feel like it stagnated in any kind of way. It was just really well done. And
Also, just I really like the like kind of monsters that we have. We've only seen like two or three now, but like the one that was made with the sand boots, and then
yeah.
when Nona and Mir like escaped from jail or whatever, they fought the fucking like lock monster or whatever. And it's like
The
those are cool too.
demonoids, yeah.
Yeah,
That's a really
yeah,
cool
those are
element
dope.
to it because it's like that's what happens when humans try to do this magic shit, the wrong way is they create these these like really fucking dangerous You know,
It's like the homunculi from Full
yeah,
Metal Alchemist.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah.
like you're not supposed to be doing this. Like, leave this to mages, but you're greedy for power, and you're bigoted, and you hate that mages are different than you. It's it reminds me a lot of like X-Men in that way. You know what I mean? Or like Mujina Into the Deep, or even though that's not like a super powered based one, but it's just like, we've established that you are a subhuman, or second class citizen, in a way that requires us to like oppress you, or enslave you, or treat you differently than everyone else because of your differences. And when that hatred kind of goes too far, there's always this like backlash, this karmic, like ironic, like backlash that comes with them overreaching in that way. And I think
Yeah.
that using the demonoids as a concept for that is a really cool idea in Witchriv.
Yeah. I mean, series is good. It's been doing well on Jump Plus or Manga Plus. It's got, I think it's been doing a lot of sales. It's got a lot of views. People are really enjoying the series. So I feel like normally that last arc is the type of arc. Like it was good, but that with the length of that arc, I can see that being one where like if this series wasn't already popular, people would be saying like, "Oh man, it's dragging," or "I dropped it during this arc," and like a lot
Yeah.
of stories would probably get canceled trying to jump into an arc of that size so soon without,
Hmm.
fleshing out characters and establishing things. But it was a good arc, and it never got stale or anything like that. Every character was interesting, and there's so many there's a lot of like groups of people that I want to know about. Like
Yeah.
I really want to know about the Quovelta and like where we go once we join. Like we're 31 chapters in and we haven't met a member of this group yet. I don't think we've seen the face of a single one of them yet either. Like we've just seen them like in hoods and shit.
We saw a
Like I can't
little
wait.
bit of the bubble magic user space, like kind of unshrouded for like one panel, but it wasn't
Yeah.
it wasn't clear enough to actually know, exactly what they look like. But we know that she's like pretty, and that's about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to see like more and what happens when like we really meet them and like what happens, like what do we do,
Yeah.
when Nona and Mirror like say they do join these guys, like okay, what is then the game plan? Like what's our mission statement? You're joining us and you're gonna help us do what? Like what are they doing?
Yeah, I think they're going towards, some kind of revolution. They're going to try to break out, as many mages as they can from this magic user prison, Uvalta or something, or Uvald, or wait,
I forgot the name of it.
Uvrol. Hold on a second. Fuck, it's gonna drive me crazy, so I need to find it. Uvrol. God, because they don't even say it in this chapter, because they just say come to headquarters with us.
Uh, we can make contact with this group, save her brother and mother.
Ooh, it's like UV something.
Um, Single mage. I'm flipping through like chapter 4. Oh yeah, overall facility
Uvrol.
number 6.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So they're gonna. I think they want to break out as many mages as they can from Uvrol facilities, and then when their numbers are big enough, just spark some kind of like huge societal revolution to kind of abolish the Magic Bureau as an entity, and just kind of like let mages just live among people normally.
Yeah.
Um, Maybe, I don't know. I doubt that their goal is to take over the world with with magic users or whatever. I think that they just want equality,
Mhm.
and these people are just way too aggro and need to be cold, need to be abolished, need to put an end to that.
Yeah, I like how this story is taking its time. Like I'm on chapter
Yes.
4 and they're talking about going to Zui or whatever. That's the town they're in now.
Yeah.
This is where Corvelta appeared. Overall facility number 6, which is west of where we are now. The closest city to it is here. Zui is likely Corvelta has been there. And we're just getting to Zui like a chapter ago. So it's like we're taking our time. They probably won't meet a Corvelta member until like 45 or 50. And then it's just I'm fully on board for whatever's gonna happen here.
I think more series should take their time like this, especially like the magic ones, because like, when you have like the high fantasy stories, like those are just like always known for just being so rich in like lore, and the world building is always so potent, and there's just so many things you can do that are just really exciting to see anytime it's done, and you should take your time with that. Like all of the best magic stories take their time,
Yeah.
when it comes to things like this. So Witchriv seems really promising in that regard, knowing that after the first initial like 4 or 5 chapter, I think it was the first 10 or first 6 chapters was kind of like the establishing one where you get the first chapter and then you go into like, oh, we're in prison and we're breaking out and we beat the lock monster. And then that next arc was from then until now. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's really good pacing for a new Magic series, I want to say, especially if you're going to spend so much time on the characters as well. Because like
That
as character driven as that last arc was, there was a lot of world building going on during it as
yeah.
well too. So
And I feel like we don't often get like these like Magic series where like the main antagonist is like regular dudes with guns. Like it's normally like magicians versus magicians, or
yeah,
magicians versus some like monstrous creature entity force like demons
yeah.
or something. But like demons exist here, but they aren't like the main bad guy. There might be some bigger, badder monsters or whatever, but
And I'm
the
sure
main
that
thing is these cops.
yeah, and there's room for there to be evil mage factions too in the future as
Yeah, for
well.
sure.
Like mages don't have to just be, oppressed good guys that are trying to overthrow the establishment. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
there can be, mages that are sons of bitches as well. And I'm sure we'll run into that at some point.
yeah. But so far, the mazes that we've actually seen have been, kind-hearted citizens who
Hmm.
just want to live normally. But yeah,
Hmm.
we're gonna meet some who
Who are
were,
on timing. Yeah.
yeah, like somebody who just straight like one shots like this nigga. Like as soon as he walk in a room, it's like, yeah, this nigga's dead.
Yeah.
Squeeze all this blood out his ears or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'm good on chapter this first chapter for this series so far. I'm looking forward to reading more. How you feel about 31?
31 was great. I don't think I have too much more to say about it. Yeah, I think that was a good first Witchriv discussion.
Okay. Okay. So I guess that's gonna do it. I think V doesn't like the series, or like he had like gripes with it. So I want to check and see
Really? Oh,
what. Yeah.
I want to ask him about that now that I'm caught up.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to see why he I think he didn't like it at first, or like for a while. He might be cool with it now, but
Sure.
I feel like there was a point where he was like calling it boring or something, so I had
Oh,
to go
really?
and look and see what's up with that. But
Sure.
yeah, that's going to do it for Rich Riv or Witcher 4.
Witchriv fans that might be tuning in right now, hit us in the comments and let us know if you're reading Witchriv.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe we should try and find. Hopefully, there's a good picture in here to do like a Witch Riv thumbnail or whatever. But yeah, we should. If you're here for Witch Riv, say something, man. Let us know, and we gonna holla at y'all on the next one. This was Witcher 4, Witch Riv, Witch RIV, whatever. Chapter 31. That's gonna do it. Holla. Now jumping into Dandadan, chapter 239. The man they call the Red Baron, and I just want to point out that last time when we talked about Dandadan, I think neither of us noticed that this was Red Baron,
Yeah.
because I'm pretty sure we talked about it and was like, yo, why is Saint Germain huffing it like that? Pretty sure that nigga got like a stretch limousine or something. He should be like whipping. But somebody in
Yeah.
the comment section, I forget who, they were like, yeah, that's Red Baron. I didn't catch that, so yeah, that's good.
That's that Yuki Nobutatsu same face
Yeah, it's funny because I
at
was
play.
just saying something about that too in that last conversation too, about the chick that's walking with the Delacroix family or whatever, who's got like the boobies out. But
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah, cool chapter, I guess. Like you said before we started talking or recording or whatever, this chapter is kind of all over the place. There's a lot of things covered. We get like the backstory to Red Baron and why he has that name.
Right.
And I mean that's cool.
Yeah. There's some
Not
civil
sure if,
war that he was or some world war that he was a part of.
I think
Or
she was just giving him that name because it's based on. I don't think, was he.
oh, let's call you the Red Baron, then the man who shot down 80 fighters in the First World War.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. I
yeah.
read
She's
that
just
one. Yeah,
naming
yeah.
him based on that. So yeah, that's still cool. But like, I don't know how I feel about giving him like a backstory that makes me like him, because I kind of was still on like team fuck all these niggas.
Yeah,
But like giving him this backstory and having it so that he's like trying to work hard because there's a woman he loves or whatever, and he's just as fucked over as we are or whatever. But I don't know. It is interesting. We got like this fucking like ballroom scene, and they're like these people in these like crazy outfits are making fun of the girl for dressing normal or whatever, and Red Baron is like, "Don't fuck with my bae,"
right.
and
He about his
yeah,
girl for real.
Yeah, fucking he fucking the whole vibe up because he smelled like death. Nigga just chain smoking. So this was a fun little chapter for the information that we did get, and
Yeah,
but I,
Minotaur man and his wife who was sick,
yeah,
and his wife had a very similar thing kind of like happened to her that Momo did, right? Like this panel on the bottom of page
yeah,
13 is like from that same ritual that kind of helped Momo, or maybe took away her memories or whatever.
yeah. Because like you see the guy walking away after him going like I'll be back or whatever. He walking away, and he's like putting on that fucking hat, and he's got like this wicked smile. So like he's
Yeah, what's
clearly
up
like
with
one of
dude?
the he's one of remember Yadagurasu was saying that there was somebody that like had kind of like infiltrated their ranks that
Oh
like
yeah.
had helped. So I guess he's with that like group or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, bro's
But
on nut shit.
yeah, so I'm guessing what they're doing is like people are being given powers while their like loved ones are sick or something, and they're kind of being like forced to take part in this kind of like battle or whatever.
Yeah.
And so he had the powers of the Minotaur, and then like he got help for his wife, but now it's like time to pay up, nigga. Um,
Oh
like
shit.
this doctor is on some funky shit, but then like Red Baron's pulling up, and it's like you never expected to see like a nigga from your same kind of like faction come in to take your power, and this normally wouldn't have happened, but Red Baron got fucked over too.
Yeah. He's
S-
been betrayed.
Yeah, so now he's like trying to take powers of somebody else. So that's gonna be interesting to see Red Baron come back as like the Minotaur bull nigga.
Yeah, that is wild.
Yeah, like if he
But I mean,
pull
he was
up and
always
it's
like a martial artist, so
yeah,
like him having
yes.
this power set instead of the smoke is gonna be sick to see.
Yeah, and I mean he'll definitely be like tighter with this power than the other nigga was, like the husband, because like that nigga, he's not in any kind of shape. He looks like an office worker, yeah.
Yeah.
So like having somebody who is actually fit get this kind of power, and
Yeah,
like
it's
he'll
gonna be
probably be
dope.
able to do some freaked out shit with it.
I bet you it'll look different too, depending on who uses the power to a certain degree.
Probably,
That'd be cool.
yeah. I was confused though, because like why is yeah, there's some stuff going on. Is this Manjiro, the fucking dude who works under Seiko? Like, is
Yeah,
he
it
tied up
is.
his stuff in a locker? Like, I was a bit confused. Like, why is he in a locker in the airport? Were they
I
all
don't
in the
know.
air? Did they? Yeah, I'm confused. Maybe I missed something. But this is like at the airport, and they hear the sound of banging in a locker. They open it. Manjiro's in there, but I thought he was at the crib because he was like training Okarun and them. And then like Okarun and the kids go out on their little date at the like amusement park. But like, where was he? Why is he at the airport? I'm
I don't
confused.
know. Yeah, I can't remember. Someone in the comments is probably gonna have to give us a refresher on that.
But yeah, chapters kind of all over. It's mostly Red Baron's backstory.
Yeah. And then like these locate these other locations. Like we're kind of here for like a page and a half, and then there for like another page, and then
Yeah,
it's just a lot kind of like shoehorned into the last couple of pages.
none of the main characters are here, but
Yeah.
then like
Wonder what Rouge
Zuma
is
is
doing. Yeah.
running. Yeah, he's running from like Momo's house trying to find somebody, but like he bumps into Momo's friends. So it's like, are they all about to go looking or whatever? Like, I don't know. I don't really know what's gonna happen. Is this is kind of like a random ass chapter? Like,
Right. Yeah.
it felt like it could have been an extra chapter, like the way things happened.
Yeah, just structurally, and it like ends like so like awkwardly without like any kind of like major. It's not like a normal like chapter ending.
Yeah,
It's like a weekly Shonen magazine kind of chapter ending.
yeah. Like the teacher is, I guess, following Zuma, and he's like, "Stay away from me." But the cop dad told her to look after him, and he's looking for Momo and Okarun, and the kids are like, I don't
Yeah,
know.
be strange.
Yeah. Very, very strange chapter. But yeah, if you in the comments know, if you were able to put this together better and it felt good, let me know.
Yeah,
I do I will say I like like the artwork here, like the vibes with this like classic time, like when they're back in the day for his backstory.
Hmm.
This when she asks him why does he continue to work for them, this scenery reminds me of like the Legend of Zelda. Like when playing Ocarina of Time, Link like sneaks into the castle and he's like
Oh yeah.
fucking running through the bushes and stuff. The
Wait,
bushes
yeah, dude.
kind of
Look, trying to talk to Zelda. Yeah.
yeah, that's what it reminds me of.
Damn, it
But
does, bro. Holy shit, that's nostalgic as fuck.
yeah, but like I mean, he doesn't have to sneak. He's the Red Baron, yeah.
Right. He's bona fide.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm just let's see what his thing is, like what he's gonna do once he gets like these powers. Like whose ass is he kicking?
Good
Um,
question. You'd assume that he'd want to go run that back with Saint Germain, but for
yeah.
the betrayal. But I mean, he don't want it with that.
Yeah, like okay, so he doesn't have powers yet until like I was wondering like if the way last chapter ended was him like if it was like this chapter was all flashback and we're seeing like how he got the powers and how he led, what led to him getting. I thought he was on the way to like the amusement park, and this was showing what he was doing up until this point, and he's got the powers. But like now, I'm thinking this is completely separate. Not Vlad, but Red Baron is nowhere near this amusement park at all, and he's like about to go do something completely separate from what's going on at the amusement park with the kids, like Momo and them.
Yeah, because they haven't resolved that date night shit yet, have they? No, they haven't.
Yeah,
That's still going on.
yeah, and there's still all the dinosaurs and yeah,
Yeah.
the clown nigga and the JoJo nigga.
The necromancer team, yeah.
Yeah, and then the three people from the Delacroix family pulled up, and then they hollered for Okaroon's like classmate to go like get his fucking get to work, and he's like, I
Yeah.
got you.
Yeah.
So yeah, this chapter
Just
just it
random ass chapter, bro.
yeah, because it had nothing to do with any like we had a lot of things happening in the current arc, and then boom, just random. And it's like it's one thing if Red Baron shows up here, but I don't feel like he is going to.
Right. So it's like,
But
why
maybe
did we just
Zuma.
like deviate? So, well, probably because
Yeah,
the Delacroix family is involved and Red Baron is associated with them and will. So I feel like he will eventually be involved because of that. Otherwise, why would you spend half of the next chapter focusing on that when we're literally in the middle of like a really big deal?
yeah. I guess Zuma could pull up or whatever if that's the route they want to go. But I don't know. I could have had that spend more time on the chapter. I don't know. This is just a weird one,
Yeah, it is.
and I don't really have too much to say.
I don't got
I
anything
kind
else
of
for it, really.
okay. Yeah, I was about to say I kind of just yapped the whole time for that one. If you had thoughts, let them fly.
I
But
don't really have any. I think we touched on everything that kind of mattered to me already.
yeah. Well, if we are just not appreciating the fine art of Yuki Nobutatsu, let us know. But I think that's gonna do it, man, for Dandadan. This is just a short convo. Maybe tomorrow there'll be some meat to chew on. Pause for this chapter. So yeah, baby,
Yeah.
that's gonna do it, man. Big Donda Dan, chapter 239, the man they call the Red Baron. Now jumping into Big Gachi, the largest cooter of all time, chapter 170 is Big Gachiakuta, a bolt from the blue. And we weren't here to talk about last chapter, but
Did we
obviously,
not?
yeah, we didn't talk about last chapter because we were dead. But
Oh,
so yeah, we saw that looking some of the stuff that happened last chapter just directly, fucking happened this chapter too. Like Gauntis is saved and Aisha pulls up and she can't save fucking
engine.
Kirkman. Yeah, Engine. And Kyoka pulls up and boom, buddy, you're under arrest. It's crazy because you don't read Iruma, but um
Not caught
last
up
week,
anyway.
yeah. But last week's Iruma chapter ended with like Iruma deportation arc begins.
Whoa.
So Iruma's getting deported and fucking
What?
Rudo is getting arrested.
That's
So this
hilarious.
has been a funny like couple of weeks for these two series.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Um, But yeah, just looking at 170, it opens with Kyoka reading this like book on, reading the Rudo facts, and it's crazy that he's only been here a month. He
Yeah,
gets to the
that's what
ground
I
one
thought when
month
I read
ago.
that shit. I was like, damn, bro, so much has happened in a month, bro.
Bro, them shonen seconds be adding up, bro. Like
Literally,
so much shit
damn
happens
near 200 chapters in,
a
and
month,
only
yo.
a month has passed. That's crazy.
Yeah, and it makes those some of the conversations we were having before, like in earlier chapters, kind of like shine, because it's like when you have a character like Mimo telling you that you can't trust these niggas. Like it's one thing if he knew these niggas for like a year and he's been
Yeah,
down here for a minute, but he's only known Engine for like 23 days, and it's like he doesn't necessarily have to trust these niggas. It's not like he really been through. I mean, he been through the mud, but it ain't like these niggas ain't day ones.
right.
Like this is a month is still enough time where it's like they could have just been running me through some shit. Like they could just be using me for real
Yeah,
and propping me up to think that they fuck with me. Like that's not enough time.
not a whole lot of time has passed for them to. I mean, they've been through a lot in a month,
Yeah,
but like, yeah, I don't know.
it's still like
I
a
feel like
month
there's
is not enough
people.
time for me to trust niggas.
Yeah, like even if you kick it with someone for 30 days straight, like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but
But I
but
guess life
no,
or death situations kind of, expedite those bonds, and
for sure.
like you can grow really attached to someone very quickly in a short amount of time, depending on what you experience with them, I guess. But still, yeah, I
It's
was really
also
surprised by that month.
it's also super easy to like have those kind of moments where it's like, damn, I was looking for the opportunity to tell you, but like things kept happening, or like there was never a good moment. Basically, like for the Engine trying to tell Rudo type thing. Now they never implied that Engine wanted to tell Rudo that he knew who that nigga was or knew his dad or anything, but like a month is definitely like he could be like, I just never could find the time, and I've only known you for 2 weeks or whatever,
Hmm.
and I don't know, it's just, yeah, a lot has happened in a month, but yeah, Buddy looking like a demon in that chair, man.
Yeah, bro, I was like, dude, he looks so fucking pissed.
Yeah,
He thinks Engine
absolute.
is dead, so that makes sense, and like, his actions in this chapter, with that on his mind, make a lot of sense. It is Rudo at the end of the day, and he is kind of a hothead anyway.
Yeah,
But I mean, dude, art wise, this shit is fucking incredible in this chapter, bro.
yeah. This
Like these
chapter,
double page splashes on page 2 and page 5 are just really, really, really well drawn, bro. I love Kaorana's art style when it looks like this. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Like this is my favorite that her art, you know, has it's the best her art has looked to me. And she's got a lot of different art styles that she kind of uses throughout the series. She's got like a pretty eclectic combination of techniques that she uses to make a lot of different vibes throughout the series so far. But this like super highly detailed, big shading, big screen tones, like these perspectives and whatnot, like the contrast and shit, like like when it looks like this on these double page spreads, like this is when Kaorana is at her best for me.
yeah. And it's just very high energy here with Rudo, kicking the table, and Kyoka is just not phased, bro.
You're
She just
right.
catches that shit, palm of her hand, and fucking flings it back like it's nothing.
Yeah, paneling on page 6 is fucking awesome too with the table catch.
Yeah. Yeah, like that shit separated, like the table legs, showing Rudo, like
Yeah,
from the POV where you're looking from her at him,
yeah.
and then her, the POV swap. That's really cool. And then she
Hmm.
chucks that shit.
And he just fucking, bro, he was ready to.
Yeah,
Like Rudo
he,
is Rudo is has come a long way, like
yeah,
fighting wise since the beginning.
yeah. But she's on another level. Like
Yeah.
she was right there with it. Like he was on that topic, but she's there too. She could
She's
she
matching
could
his
take it.
energy and then some.
Yeah,
Like he fucking does the Matrix dodge on the table and then goes into like a primal like animal like stance. And then she hits the same shit and he's like, "Huh?
yeah.
Yo." Like his
She right
face.
on that shit. Like she could take it there too with boy.
Yeah, he was like, "Uh-oh."
Yeah, and then when she like catches that nigga like by the wrist and flips him, she like spins him, pushes his foot, like just flips that nigga,
And then catches the
cartwheels
iPad
him.
again.
Yeah,
Yeah, or whatever that
yeah,
shit
bro,
is.
she
Yeah.
too cold.
Yeah. She's raw, bro. Fuck.
Yeah, just I can't wait to see like more of like her, and I want to see like what she, what her training was like, what she had to go through to get like this,
Hmm.
because like Rudo, yeah, he don't got training. He's like a feral, animal kid or whatever. But she still, had like manhandled him
Hmm. Yeah, literally.
effortlessly.
And he's like bloodlusted, like rage mode. She just like
Yeah,
casually, it's
yeah.
like
Because like you
fire
said,
meets
to
water
him,
type shit.
yeah, to him, it's like you literally let my nigga die,
Yeah,
and we in here talking, like, bro.
right. Like,
Yeah,
ain't no talking right now. Like, I'm trying to take your head off, gang.
yeah,
But she has a really good point here. It's like, bro, you were about to do some nut shit, bro. Like, you were literally like in a desperate moment of just trying to do anything you could to save your homeboy. We're about to just outright kill him faster.
yeah, yeah. He needs to get a better grasp of his powers and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wait, was I saying something earlier about like, was it before the recording where I was like, does Kyoka have another sibling or something?
Oh yeah,
And
Goka, right? It's like
yeah,
Goku,
so Goka and then
and then
the fucking jobber.
wait.
What's the dude who get beat by Jabber? Yeah.
Yeah, wait. Zonka.
Bro, Zonka. Yeah, okay. So it was the last page that made me think about that. Like,
Now they all
um,
so they're all siblings. They're
yeah,
all
but
related.
she says on this last page to Engine, this is her talking to Engine, right? No smoking. And if I had to tell you that again, I'll take that blonde hair and rip it out with my sister's blessing.
Yeah, so that's probably Goka talking to him then.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
okay.
Kyoka's in a completely different area with Rudo.
Yeah, I thought it
Yeah.
was just like a amount of time had passed or something, or maybe
Oh,
this was in
maybe.
the past. Yeah, but
Yeah.
okay, that makes sense if it's like Goka and he's saying like that, like if my sister. Okay,
Yeah, we
because
got
like the way I
present
was
time
looking at it,
bordering, so yeah, I figured it
yeah,
was
the
a
way I
different
was looking at it
location.
was like it sounded like he was saying. I was thinking whoever is saying this might like him because she calls him a charlatan. So I
A
was thinking
seducing
that like
charlatan. Yeah.
yeah, so I was thinking that there's another sibling who had been seduced
Oh,
by
sure.
him or whatever.
No,
Okay.
I think that she maybe might have a crush on this nigga, or they might have like history with each other, like romantically, and then he,
Yo,
was kind of on
yo,
some player shit,
imagine that. Yo, we found out that Engine was like,
beating cheeks,
yeah, and then he like ran. He took her wallet, bounced, or
ran
something
off on her.
stupid like that.
Yo,
Yeah,
that'd be
yo,
so
that's
funny.
wild. Okay, yeah, and that would, bro. Imagine like that's a big reason she don't fuck with these niggas. Yeah,
Yo, I
yeah,
could
because
see that.
I'm pretty sure when she came to the base and she talked to Corvus, like she asked where he was, or maybe Corvus was like that nigga not here or something. Like
Yeah,
Engine's not here or something. I got to go back and look now
we
because
should go back and look at that.
yeah, because like this whole time I was reading this and I was thinking that like there was another sibling that I just didn't know about that had been seduced. But okay, if she was the one that got seduced, that makes a lot of sense,
Yeah, I could see that.
and that's hilarious.
Oh, Engine got himself a baddie and fumbled it though.
Yeah, I mean,
Because like Kyoka and Two Lily are top two. Or man,
yeah,
Semi
yeah,
too. That's top three baddies in the whole bitch.
yeah. Turns out there's a lot of bad cheeks down in the Dirtyville. Yeah, hope they got showers.
Man, they better. They have to.
Yeah, imagine these niggas don't got showers or like the showers are dirty.
I don't
Like
give
they
a
got
damn.
dirty water. Yeah,
I'ma
yeah.
still eat it.
Oh.
I mean, yeah,
You
yeah.
could get hand, foot, butt, and mouth disease.
Athlete's
Yeah,
throat.
yeah. Hmm. But okay, so they saved Engine, and so something that has been going around now is that Kaorana is not killing people. Like we got Mamo
Yeah,
dead, but
yeah.
the Gountess
Not
lived.
killing main characters. Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
Countess isn't close enough to main character status to be super safe. Like I can understand if they want to wait until the end of the series to kill off like major players that have been there since the very beginning of the series. Like I could see Engine dying maybe before the end of the whole story, like maybe in the last arc, or I could see a major character dying in like the last two arcs. But secondary characters, like side characters, like Countess, like
Yeah.
I don't know if he needed to be saved, but
Yeah. It's interesting that we had like two fake out deaths like back to back, like
yeah,
within 5 chapters of each other.
yeah, yeah, that never feels good.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
I'm
I saw.
definitely happy that they both survived, but like Engine especially, Engine,
Yeah,
just still has so much more to him that we should see.
for
Um,
sure.
but like Countess, like had a whole arc. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Like his whole character from like start to finish has been, completely fleshed out, and his role, was it was accomplished. Like he could have gone, but
Yeah. And so now it just makes me wonder like what he's going to be used for, like further
Zonka
along.
was took like a crazy, like seemingly mortal wound in the last arc too, like when Mimo first like reawakened or whatever
Yeah.
into angel demon mode, and it's like he
It
he,
could.
he survived that too for sure, so
Remember, I think Damo was saying that he had like the mark from the charm or
oh
whatever to
yeah, yeah,
save like
yeah,
one instance of death or something.
yeah,
So I
for
think
sure.
that, but he has taken like every time Zonka's in a fight, he's taken like cataclysmic damage and he ends up surviving. So yeah, I feel like we gotta get you shouldn't keep teasing the death. Not that
Yeah.
I wanted, Engine to die or Zonka to die, but like
Hmm.
this is like the third time in one arc where like the good guys took devastating damage and lived. And in this case with Engine, it's like how was he healed? Because like
Yeah, good
Aisha
question.
couldn't heal him, and he had like Watchman sickness. So it's like what healed
I mean, I guess there was probably just like conventional, um medical stuff. You know what I mean? Like I think the Watchmen series damage prevented anything superpower based from interacting with his wound. But I think that, maybe they just got him to regular human doctors and got him like a blood transfusion or something, or, stopped the bleeding and stitched it up and did normal hospital shit. Is my guess there. I mean, we're just gonna have to wait for the writing, but I don't know. I just think it's important that if you're gonna sell the threat of villains, that they should be able to accomplish certain things before they're defeated. You know what I mean?
him.
Obviously, they don't have to let the doomsday device go off and fucking blow the planet up, but like,
Yeah,
let them, get some shit off like before you stop them. Otherwise, I don't know. Like you just fucking like we were talking about this motherfucker was a god and shit. And like
yeah,
obviously, like a whole point of that was just like you're no god, you just think you are. You're just a self-aggrandizing dude that got like a bunch of power suddenly, but you're still kind of a bitch, whatever, what have you. Like, but still, like that threat was built up crazy, and he didn't really do anything with it
yeah. I mean, he
before.
blasted Engine across the map, but like Engine came back and busted that nigga's neck open. So
Yeah, so it's like, you know, just doing damage to characters that are just eventually going to be okay isn't really what I mean when I say like let villains, accomplish things that really sell their threat or their villainousness. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like I don't know, especially in something as intense and um as dangerous as that last arc situation was. I'm not saying that, stakes have to be shown through death. You know what I mean? There's a lot of different ways to give your story some stakes, but I just felt like there just wasn't enough there for it to feel as cataclysmic as they tried to make it seem by the end of it.
I guess like it's fine. Like if Engine is out of the story for like the next arc or two.
Yeah, to recover or whatever, and he can't help in
Yeah,
situations where like he would definitely be needed. That's a good example
mhm,
of like a consequence that can help sell the threat or whatever of the previous villain, and actually make it feel like there's some like long lasting like weight that is being carried after everything is all said and done from the previous arc or whatever. So like
yeah,
consequences are fine, but I don't know, it just didn't feel that oomph, you know what I'm saying?
yeah. And like I wonder now where we go from here because it's like both of them are in I guess Hellguard like captivity. So it's like are we gonna get like Rudo wants to talk to Engine, obviously.
Hmm.
So is it like going to be a situation where Kyoka is like, you're going to do something for us, or we're not going to let you see Engine? And he
Like the guy could
basically
have let
like,
Mimo kill all of you. Like I took that
yeah,
nigga down basically at the end of the day. Like me and this nigga that you have in captivity right now, like handled that. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
But these niggas are strong, and it's like, okay, well, go ahead and activate that wolf form right now, and do what you got to do, bruh. And it's like, I can't do it. Like he
Yeah.
can't go Super Saiyan right now, so
Right.
he kind of really got to listen. Like,
Yeah.
so it's like, are they gonna send him on a mission? Is he, fucking interim Hellguard, internship kind of thing going on right now? Like, I wonder. They could train him up too. Like, are they gonna teach him some shit? Like, they teach him how to actually fight like a person and not somebody who relies on these weapons. Because I don't think they don't fuck with givers and shit. So it's all like weapons and like actual martial arts with the Hellguard. So
Right.
they can probably teach this nigga some real shit besides like getting angry and punching stuff and changing objects into weapons. Like, this could be good for him.
Yeah. I can see that. I guess the reason, I guess I would need to know why they would want to do that. Why they would want to train him. Those
Yeah.
motivations would have to be written in because right now they're pretty aggro against them. So
I can't remember why they want to arrest him though, besides like just him being a cleaner. I guess because he's from the sphere. Maybe they want information or something. I don't remember. Is it stated in here?
I do not remember either. Someone might have to hit us in the comments with that.
Yeah. Hmm.
Or maybe,
Learn
next chapter
givers.
she'll tell us.
Yeah. Yeah, but Kyoka's always good to see. Baddie,
Yeah.
baddie in the trench coat. And we saw Countess and Two Lily. Two Lily got a new fit, looking fine again. Um, if I did anything in the Hellguard's presence, they would interpret it as harm. So I simply acted before they could.
Mm,
Yeah. Majority of the Hellguard's equipment is made with material that prevents a giver from using their power. So they got the Sea Stone cuffs.
yeah. Kairoseki cuffs, bro.
Yeah. Hmm. Okay, yeah. I'm sure they'll release him as soon as they determine he's done nothing wrong, assuming the kid doesn't try anything. So yeah, they're thinking that Rudo is gonna get released once like they interrogate him for some reason and they're like, okay, there's no reason to hold you. But he started fucking flipping out, so he's probably gonna have to do some community service here in Hellguard land or something.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. But I don't know. Not too much more from me. I just want to see where we're going with the next arc and how this Engine and Gaunt's situation is going to be handled. What you got any other thoughts?
Nah, I think I'm good.
Okay. Well, that's going to do it for now, baby. Big Gachi, Big Yakuza, chapter 170, A Bolt from the Blue. Don't know what the blue was, but hey. Now jumping into Shangri-La Frontier, chapter 271, Sword Wolf against Lightning Flame Beast, part 15. And I know we skipped last week because we weren't here to talk about it, but yeah, Shangri-La Frontier, man, that shit be texty. It'd be a
It's
lot of
it's
words.
texty, man.
Yeah, respectfully, it's ain't nobody reading all that. No, I'm playing. But yeah, good chapter, good follow up from the last one, and we see that Sunraku was kind of like doing this chant thing. I was like, man, this nigga don't know no spells, bruh.
Right, right.
And it's like, okay, so I guess the whole thing was a ruse, and it was just so that he could fucking like slide the electro stun in there because like spells work, no matter what did he say? As long as you pronounce it right, it comes out as a chant, even if the words are all made up. So I think he did a bunch of bullshit, and then he like actually used electro stun, which was a move that she used on him a couple
Well, I think
chapters
it's
ago.
because she loaded it into the Lapistella cloak. The way you apply magic to the Lapistella cloak is by casting a spell with the cloak as a target. No matter
Okay,
who
yeah,
casts it, friend or foe, it'll work as long as the magic's compatible with it.
yeah. Okay, so then
So then, like, the chant was. I really don't understand what this line of dialogue means. Like, as long as you pronounce it right, it counts as a chant, even if the words are all made up. It detected that chant. Now I get it. That fake chant was disguising what he was doing.
Yeah. So he was pretending to do like he got hit with the spell in the cloak, and I don't think she knew the
How the
ability of the
Lapistella cloak
cloak.
works. Yeah.
Yeah, and so he was doing a chant to throw her off, making her think that maybe he was about to hit her with a kamehameha. But then he hollered out, stun, and it was like, oh shit. He just he just used the move that I used on him back on me, and now I'm stunned.
Yeah.
And everything else was kind of like throw her off her guard or whatever, so she wouldn't expect a fucking electro stun.
Yeah, I don't fucking know. That shit was low key confusing, but I think we understand it well enough.
Yeah, but as usual, good chapter. Sunraku, pulling out new moves, fun stuff. I'm just it's making me laugh at how much the way the fight is going with these two, and then like it always ends with like, okay, I
This
got
is the
one last
final
move.
clash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they keep having like final classes and final moves. It's like 3 chapters ago, I thought the victor was decided.
Yeah.
And then every chapter since then, I thought the victor was decided, but it just keeps going. It's like, I'm not mad. I don't
Hit
feel
her
like
with
it's
the
dragging,
Gilta
but
Briel
like,
to the neck, and I was like, that's it. You're done.
yeah.
And then she had like God, what is that one ability from Kingdom Hearts that leaves you with 1 HP if you're supposed to go to 0? There's a lot of abilities in video games that do that, I want to
Yeah.
say over time. But yeah, Clencher, 1 HP. And that comes from her arouse, right?
Yeah.
So
But
yeah,
then she
when you're
gets
in the aroused
unbroken.
state, there's a 1 in 4 chance that if your HP goes to 0, it'll instead go to just 1. So that procced. And then they he goes into the formula drift with the pale sheen. He rebrandishes the pale sheen sword, puts the guilt of real away, and then rushes her with the sword again. And she's like, okay, well, now that I just hit the clencher, I should maybe, in this final rush, like all these other stats don't matter. I got to switch to tech, agility, and luck stats. So I was glad that panel was given here before the end of the chapter, because when he hit the Seite, you know, crazy slash on her direct hit, I was like, okay, now you're actually fucking done, bro. I just saw the
Yeah.
shit say HP 0, and then she's like, oh wait, nope, I just got revived with 10% health. So she did lose, but immediately that ability procced, and it's because she switched to Lucky Swords.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that they made a comment about it beforehand, because if he hit this fucking divine speed sword draw Eclipse Vorpal and dead direct hit critted her shit down to 0 HP, and then the last phase is just unbroken, triggers like 25% chance of being revived with 10% of HP, and there wasn't that line of dialogue earlier in the chapter that says like, yo, I need to switch to luck-based swords,
Yeah.
then I would feel I'd be like, but there was enough of a setup there. These niggas are literally in like black flash flow state right now, so
Yeah.
go
And
ahead and
like,
get your lucky shit off. Yeah,
yeah, all the breadcrumbs are properly sprinkled through, so it's like I can't
exactly,
even be mad. But
exactly.
it is funny. Like even Saraku's like, bro, I know luck's a talent, but come on, dog, this is
Yeah,
ridiculous.
yeah.
So now it's like, okay, I want. Is the fight going to be settled this week? Is the question.
Next chapter is the last one
You
for
think?
sure. It's gotta be. Yeah, they
Yeah, it's
can't.
like,
They
how many more moves do these niggas
Bro,
got?
there were 2 like fake outs in this chapter. There were 2 final clash fake outs in this chapter alone. Like they can't keep getting away with this. Like,
Imagine she does her move and then like the smoke clears and Saraku has the fucking mech helmet on and the fucking Suzaku bird blocked her slash. It's like
it's like
you just
it's getting to a point to where like everything feels good enough, like
yeah.
for the final clash fake outs have enough writing to support them legitimately right now.
Because
But I
there's
feel
been
like
big moves, man.
yeah, I feel like one more like chapter including final clash fake outs like these is gonna make it, kind of exhausting.
Yeah. We don't need 6 of these back to back. So who you think gonna win?
Bro, I'm at a point now to where I kind of just want Saga 100 to win now. Yes.
Yeah, because she's pulling out so much.
Yeah, they're both doing a lot. And I mean,
And like,
Sunraku has just accomplished so much already. Like, you took out Wazaimon, you took out fucking
yeah.
Lycagon's shadow, you took out fucking
He doesn't need this.
Yeah, he doesn't need this. You know what I mean? Like, let
And
this nigga lose after trying his hardest one time, and then he can win 10 times in a row after this for all we fucking care. But
yeah,
like,
because like
yeah,
if she loses, when are we gonna see her? Be able to get a dub, putting in this much work. Like we
right,
might not ever like get another arc where she gets to cash big checks.
yeah, yeah. Like this nigga Son Raku is up as fuck in the history
Yeah,
of this story. Like he needs an L. He needs an
yeah,
L that like comes down to like I need to know that he pulled out everything he possibly could and lost in a 1v1, because it's like if he's gonna have all, if he's gonna keep collecting all these gym badges, how many people are playing this fucking game? You know what I'm saying?
thousands. Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. And Sun Raku is always there doing the most important shit, and getting all of these insanely important, like, world changing victories, and his name is attached to all of them. He needs a loss like this, I think, or else he's
yeah,
gonna feel. The writing is always there, and it's always strategic, and it's always layered, and it's always like creative enough to where it's like, okay, I understand why he's winning, but that doesn't mean that you can't achieve like Gary Stu, like Mary Sue status,
yeah.
just because like the writing is always there. Like after a while, it's going to feel weird that they're giving him this much when so many other characters are involved, and have their own reasons for why they should be effective, and it would be cool to see them get money, but they're just like, no, Sunraku's going to do it instead every time. Actually,
Yeah.
like, no, like he needs to lose this one, I think.
Yeah, I think him losing feels the best. Plus, like,
Hmm.
it hits different from him like losing to someone like Sylvie, because this is his main game. Like when he goes and plays the fighting game, it's like he had like a weekend to practice
Yeah,
that.
he
But
was like,
here,
yeah, he was home
yeah,
court for them, like he was on the away team there.
yeah. But here it's like he is a Shangri-La Frontier player. He has cleared the hardest content, and now he is going up against one of the best players in the best guild, in
Yeah,
front of a lot of the best players. Like everyone is watching this, and everyone already like respects him
yeah,
based on his in-game achievements, and like this display of like skill, like everything that he's done. The fact that he could even go toe to toe with Saiger 100 at all is like huge for everyone that's
yeah.
witnessing this. And
And if his life
like,
isn't really going to be on the line, he needs some kind of like psychological damage in a defeat, or like take an L,
yeah,
so that his character can just continue to grow. Like I
yeah.
don't want to feel like Sunraku's like solved the game already. Like when like this, if this series is going to be like 900 chapters long, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, he's got to take some L's.
yeah, like, come on, bro.
Yeah, I think this would definitely be a good time for him to lose,
Yeah,
especially after he's pulled out everything. Like he's done, he's done a lot of moves in this fight. So it's like, okay, it's definitely time for Sunraku to have run out of tools versus somebody who's been playing the game for longer and is in the most powerful clan or whatever.
and
Like
also has that
she,
Will of D like gamer,
yeah,
like, spirit or whatever.
her heart is in this more than his. Like he's there, but he hasn't been here long enough. Like they might be the same, caliber of player, but she's been there longer in
Right,
this specific game.
right.
So yeah, I definitely hope that she wins. I wouldn't be pissed if he wins, but like I feel like this is a good time to get a Sun Raku L. Especially just because we haven't gotten like a character death either. So it's like
Hmm.
him losing would add to making it feel more realistic and relatable and shit. We don't need Buddy to win every single time.
Right.
Like you
I
said, he
agree.
ain't gonna die if he lose.
Yeah, literally.
and yeah, we'll get to see him grow. We'll get to see other characters, interacting with him, and that like the conversations, like Saiger 100 and him might bump fists and exchange whispers in game and shit like that, and other people will know like this should be a televised. Like I think there's no cameras, but people are gonna find out. Like people are gonna hear about this duel,
Right.
and the world is gonna respect this man.
100%.
Like he might go to school and they be talking about him, because I'm pretty sure they were talking about him when he beat Katarnet at school. They were like somebody beat like Katarnet or some shit, some Saraku guy, but like he go back to school and they're saying the Saraku dude almost beat. Yeah, I heard Saraku almost beat the top clan leader or whatever. That's gonna be huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, so good stuff. These last two chapters. Let's bring it on home next chapter and have Sanraku get that L. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
think I'm spent on this one. You got any other thoughts?
I think I'm Gucci.
That gonna do it then, baby, for Shangri-La Frontier, chapter 271, Sword Wolf against Lightning Flame Beast, part 15. Now jumping into Ranger Reject, chapter 220, Nests for Lost Birds. Like I said, we ain't talking about last chapter, but you know, whatever. Shion, not is it Shion? Yeah, Shion pulled up on the gang, so
Yeah.
we following up on that in this chapter. But it starts off with Hisui kind of looking out into space, remembering her little battle with Usakubo out in
Usakuber.
the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this has all been super interesting, and I am very excited for this this arc.
Yeah.
Like this, I guess it's still the same arc. Like the Black Tower incident is
Mm-hmm.
just like further, escalating or whatever. So, um, it's just been really good stuff. I'm confused though because I thought that what's this girl's name? Shichika.
Yeah.
Is that her name?
Yeah.
Yeah, Shichika. I thought that we had kind of like came to the understanding that that was D. Maybe I was wrong. Um,
He could have been like disguised as her for the moment while she was somewhere else.
okay, maybe because yeah, he definitely did that when he disguised himself as Usakubo at one point, and that's when he like declared that everyone else was like the four evils under D. And
Oh,
then
I don't
when
even
like they
remember
said
that.
that, yeah, when I think she ran into like Usakubo in Balong's nest, and then she like as Usakubo, D like called his group like the I forget what they were called, the Elite Four Evils or whatever. And then when they said that name again to like when they said that to Susan Curious, she's like, what is that? Like, I've never heard of that. Then um Usakubo was like, oh, that must have been D like saying that shit. So like D had impersonated Usakubo and like gave his group that like Elite Four of Evil name.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like maybe D was also like impersonating Shichika at some point.
Maybe.
But like I guess I just got to reread because it's not clear to me. And so, like, when I saw her pull back up, I was like, is this not D? And is D, like, to me, this seemed like D was like impersonating her again and bringing her to like this cult or whatever for some reason. And like,
Yeah, it's
maybe I'm wrong.
yeah, I'm not sure. It's just so many moving parts to this shit at this point that it's like hard to keep track of everything.
Yeah. Definitely need to reread. I'll probably do a reread just starting from. I mean, I'll have to do it. I'm gonna do a full reread anyway, but I think I'm gonna do a reread starting from like the end of the Super Sunday Battle arc because
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
a lot of crazy stuff has happened since
Nah,
then.
for real. Seriously.
Yeah, but how'd you feel about this chapter or chapters?
I thought they were great. I'm going back through the 220 right now on page 9. Beltrola is somewhere on this planet alive. That shit just reminded me of fucking Samura from Kagurabachi and his like owl shit,
Bro,
like looking
I
over the
wanted to
city.
say something about this. I love these shots, and I feel like Ranger has done this a couple times. I love this like he can be anywhere type shit, and the eyes over the city.
Hmm.
Like I didn't think about Samura, but I know they did it before in Ranger with Magatia. Like when they first like mentioned Magatia's name, there was like a silhouette of a snake over like a cityscape, kind of like
Yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah.
It just makes it feel like, man, you could just be walking. There's murderers. You walk past a murderer 30 times a day type shit. That's the kind of vibes I got from this. I love that like that shot right there.
Yeah, this might be like not as um legit as what you're talking about right now, but on page 6, the panel in the middle on the top, the rooster executive pelt troll, and it shows like a fried egg. I'm
Yeah,
like, I know that roosters like don't lay eggs or whatever, but like, the rooster was an egg at one point, and they're cracking
yeah,
eggs and frying it. Like it's like saying like we need to cook this nigga. I was like, oh shit. That's like where my mind went on that.
yeah. I mean, it makes sense. It tracks. I mean, he didn't have to draw an egg there.
Yeah.
I think he's
Feel
definitely
like that
trying
was
to.
intentional.
Yeah, for sure. He's definitely trying to lead us somewhere. Because I mean, the next two fucking panels are straight black. Like that one could have been black, or it could have been, bacon or something. Like,
Yeah. Ooh, bacon sounds so good right now. I'm so hungry. Oh my god. Anyway,
yeah.
man, yeah, I don't know. This is interesting. We're like trying to investigate this new religion that has kind of propped up in the wake of the Super Ultra Sunday battle when the fortress was finally unchained or whatever. So now there's like a cult of chain fortress religion or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
Grand Temple of the Floating Fortress Surface Branch. When I turned the page, I was like, bro, what the fuck? Yeah.
yeah,
Like, we're not done with the freaky ass shit in this series.
nah, for real.
Like, cult like storylines are always like funky and interesting. Y'all like them.
Yeah, but we gotta dress up as women's to get up in here because they don't let no dudes in.
Yeah.
What does this remind me
Yes.
of? This is not the first time that dude characters have had to dress up as women to infiltrate a certain society or a certain group that doesn't like men.
I bet I can't think of any examples, but yeah, it's definitely happened several times. But like, I feel like none of them really look like themselves either. Like they dressed up good here. You
Yeah,
know?
for real.
Like,
Urabe like is like really
yeah,
yeah, like
like they put that eyeliner and mascara on that motherfucker.
yeah.
Like, yeah, this is just funny stuff. Like I turned the page, I was like, bro, they all dressed up like girls,
Yeah, but
dresses and shit.
like pretty Asian men just be looking like like it wouldn't be a difficult like transition, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
they'd be looking
go to Thailand, that lady boy shit.
yeah, like yeah, I don't know. Asian men
Hmm.
that just like are super good looking, you just always kind of feel like they're teetering on that edge like aesthetically from like dude to girl.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So Hisui's pissed. Like when like I feel like her energy and like the vibe around Shichika was kind of like, it was calm, and this is her friend.
Yeah.
And so she was, easygoing up until like the point where they get inside this place. Like right after you see Grand Temple of Floating Fortress, the next panel is her looking pissed.
Yeah,
Like,
she looks
bro,
so angry.
this is some fuck shit. Like she is probably gonna flip out and start attacking people. Like I
Need
would
that.
not be surprised.
Come on with it.
Yeah,
I love fucking He
and
Sweet crash outs, bro.
yeah, like they really been like tempting her. Yo, she's been through a lot, and like she lost her home, she lost her real family, she
Hmm.
lost her found family.
Yeah.
The people that she thought was family like died or abandoned her, so she's just been on her own, just trying to live. And it's like she keeps getting pulled back into this shit. She wanted to be done, and they're just pulling her back in.
Yeah. She can't catch a break.
Yeah. And I don't know. I'm feeling very happy that I was right, Peltrola final boss.
Nah, for real. You did mention that. That's so funny.
Yeah, like I've been saying that shit for like a year, and people were like, "Nah, I just don't see it, man. I don't think it's gonna happen. Peltrola's dead or whatever." I'm like, "No, bro. There's another Peltrola, or that Peltrola's gonna get out." And now, like they've addressed that shit multiple times. Shion is like, "Let me in that bitch, because I got a bone to pick." And fucking Juji is like, nah, bro, your friend, like these niggas aren't even communicating. He's like, bro, your homegirl already smashed that place, and Petrola's gone. And he's like, damn, what the fuck you mean? Like,
Yeah.
but luckily there's another one,
Yeah,
and
because
everybody's got beef.
this nigga's on like his Ultron shit. There's like
Yeah,
always another clone that might as well just be that nigga. Yeah, even
yeah,
if yeah. I think that's how it works, right? Like there is no like main body. Like they're all the main body, right?
yeah. They're all
Hmm.
the main one, and then if he just like sucks in all the clones, like whatever, everyone's the main one. But
Yeah.
so I wonder, like, is this fucking cult building just gonna become a tower, like in the end? Like, is Peltrola
Oh
gonna just fucking when he
shit.
goes here, when he goes here to kill these people or whatever, is he just gonna like try and erect the fifth tower here, just smash the whole thing? Like, it's perfect place to put a black tower.
Yeah, no, I think that makes a lot of sense. I think you're definitely onto something there.
Yeah, but man, yeah, I can't wait to see. Like everybody is after Peltrola, but like the other Shinya is still out there. So there's still stuff to do, man. Like we got to figure out what D is really up to, and what the leg does, and what Shinya is trying to do, and what Peltrola's trying to do. Because I still feel like these, like Peltrola, Peltrola's on some like Philosopher Stone shit. Like this is large scale what Yakushi did when he turned all those people into like fucking monster things or whatever. Maybe this, once all the towers have been erected, like all that dragon energy is gonna be used to channel some big ass spell and fucking either kill everyone or make everyone wish they were dead.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Like there's several conflicts that have to happen. Like D and Sakurama. And we gotta deal with uh Peltrola, and we gotta deal with Shinya. So like I have no doubt that this arc is gonna go for the full year. Like we're in July. There I can see this going for another 30 chapters.
Yeah, me too. I think that sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, it's the final arc, but I want it to last a while. But I don't think it's gonna be like, I don't know. I can see it going a little bit, like maybe a month or two into 2027.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just because like we added this kind of like, temple, and like they're calling themselves the surface branch. So like, is there another branch like below the surface branch, above the surface branch? Like,
Yeah, we
is the
really got to
full?
get the writing for the ins and outs of this whole fucking cult situation real quick.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, really interesting stuff. I really need to reread Ranger for sure. So I can't wait to do that. I got a lot of stuff to read just in general though. But banger
Mhm.
chapter. You got any thoughts, comments, concerns, or feelings for this one?
No, I think this was like a pretty good setup for like the next kind of like path of storytelling that we're kind of going into inside of this cult. So I feel like the next one will be a lot bigger.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't really have too much left for this one.
All right. Next week we'll hopefully get a chapter, and I think there's one more chapter left that hasn't been translated, and then there's gonna be a new one coming out like Wednesday or whatever. But yeah, hopefully we got some shit to read and talk about, and we'll be fresh
Yes,
because
sir.
it's been a minute since we talked about Ranger, since we had two last week and we missed a week or whatever. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and call it there, baby. That was Ranger Reject 220, Nest for Lost Birds.
You're
Now jumping into our final manga segment of the night, baby. That is Kinato's Magic Chapter 22, Connected Power. And how'd you feel about this one?
this shit is dog shit, my nigga.
God damn.
Oh shit. No,
Damn.
I don't know, man. I'm losing love for this manga fast.
Okay.
I'm not a big fan of the conflict resolution here
Yeah.
and how it all kind of happened in one chapter. And I mean, I guess I don't really know how long I expected a fight like this to be. I don't know how seriously we're supposed to be taking this arc in the first place, because there's a lot of comedy injected in times where the tone I feel like should be a little bit more serious, considering all of the build up for the conflict in the first place. And it just doesn't seem, there's just no, I don't know, this villain, this Izaku character, there's just like no gravitas here with her presence. I don't feel the weight of the threat in any way. I don't even feel like an iota of tension or anything like that. It's just very I don't know. It's just kind of lost all of its charm to me, and I'm really disappointed about that.
Yeah, I can understand that, and I will
Yeah.
say, like, I did like that he finally did do an attack with the burst of mana, where he made it like explode. Like that was good. I thought
Yeah.
that was
I read that.
fine.
I
That
read
was
those
great.
words, and I was like, "Yo, this is what Yato
Yeah,
wanted." Yeah,
yeah.
it said like if you
That
miscalculate the Macarenge's mana output, the mana explodes. What if I intentionally force it to fail?
yeah,
I was
like
like,
that was good.
yeah, but that was for him, right?
Yeah. Well, no, I think he was focusing like on her mana
Oh,
and kind of
because
made
Suzaku
hers.
is using the Macarenge too, or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So like he blew up like her body with it or whatever. I don't think he took any damage from that, but then he
yeah,
hit her again with the relaxing one, and that's where it's like, all right, this didn't need to happen.
yeah,
It's like
yeah. He didn't give
It's
her a
like,
Charlie horse, but he definitely did use the normal way of his ability in like the opposite manner, so that he
yeah,
could like fuck up her equilibrium mana
yeah,
wise. Yeah,
and it's like I like it, but like
just like
I don't
severed
know,
the
yeah,
connection between her normal mana flow and this Amarita um buff that she's kind of been using. Yeah, to kind of strip her
yeah.
of her advantage. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That and like the page, the double page spread of them like spinning and dancing, like that was a good shot. Like it was good stuff. It's just like you said, the conflict resolution, it just doesn't feel well. Like the fight ended too soon. We didn't really get much from this villain. And then like when we beat her, it's just like he hit her once, blew her up or whatever, which was a good move, and then he hit her with the relaxing touch.
Yeah,
And it lets me know that next week it's like she's gonna be on some like, oh, I'm sorry, children. Like she's
yeah,
all good now, not a bad guy. She's all relaxed and shit. Or maybe she's still gonna be like an opposing faction, but she'll just like it's gonna be a situation where it was like I was doing the right thing the wrong way. And
yeah,
she's just gonna have like a different outlook on her like opposing like view of how her clan should be handled, but it'll be like some shit where it's instead of her wanting this like hostile takeover, it'll just be like, oh, I'll just be here to console you and give you my opinions on
yeah.
things
It
or
just
whatever.
feels like we were never supposed to take this villain seriously, and the entire point of this conflict was just to kind of like, emphasize Kinato and Terasu's like love dynamic or something.
Yeah.
And it's like they're basically like consummating their marriage in this fucking, rhythm, tandem dance attack fighting style or something like that. It's like they're like low key like fucking
Yeah. So there's
while
that.
fighting and shit, and it's like
So
I just don't give a damn about this at all.
yeah. It's like there's the dance thing. So there's the this arc was basically three things in one. It was Kinito's training, him learning how to use this like his mana more effectively. It was building the bond between him and this female character, and then
Yeah.
it was Kinito basically resolving this clan's kind of internal conflict, which we didn't really get much of. Like
Yeah, it's
I feel
very
like
surface level, like writing
yeah,
for the dynamic between Suzaku and Terasu. It's like very like bare bones, like usurper motivations. Like you're the chief,
yeah.
I want to be the chief. I have a better idea of like how to be the chief, and I'm using this like forbidden aspect of our clan's um what makes our clan special or whatever, like this shit, and I'm gonna use that for evil, quote unquote,
Yeah.
basically. And
It's
it's
like the
like,
clan thing could have gone like the things that happened could have like happened still, even with the fucking ooh la la stuff like that. All that stuff could have still happened, but like they needed to flesh this out and make us care about this
yeah,
clan thing
they
because
could have
like at the
gone
end of
way
the
deeper
day,
with this.
yeah,
Yeah,
because like at the end of the day, if you imagine this story does continue, it's like I can see it being a case where this clan is now kind of like aligned with each other. Like everyone's on the same page, and they're now like a very like a much stronger force and clan than they were a day before because now everyone is truly on the same side and they can be like powerful allies and maybe they'll do the Wakanda thing where it's like, okay, we're coming out of our fucking hidden village in leaves. Now
yeah,
we're
we're gonna
gonna
we're gonna be less
let's
isolationist and a little bit
yeah,
more like share the wealth with everybody else type shit.
yeah.
Like,
So now
yeah,
they can do that, but like we didn't get any of the the clan is kind of like torn and there's one faction. It's kind of like um Sports Wolf where it's
yeah.
like there's
There's
like
no
this
political like
yeah.
drama aspect to it.
Yeah, we didn't get any of that. Just the one character going like, "I don't like the way things are being run, and I should be the head." And then that's it. Like I took
Yeah,
some crazy drug, and it made me buff, and I'm gonna overthrow the clan, and we're gonna be top dogs. But like that could have went so much further. They could have went deeper with that. And it's like
they're just focusing
that
too much on
is
comedy and romance for us to. I don't think we were ever supposed to give a damn about this clan's like political situation at all. It just felt like very surface level, and they focused on the wrong things,
yeah,
and it's just not for me. Like I said, I don't know how much we were supposed to actually care about this like antagonistic situation. I don't know if like this arc is supposed to be taken all that seriously. I think it was like you said, it was mainly focusing on Kanato's training and the establishment of this romantic dynamic between him and Terasu, and they just needed to add a villain for the sake of like the genre that this story kind of operates inside of, and the magazine that
Yeah.
it's being, you know, published through or whatever. Like it just felt like, you know, this shit, like a lot of this shit is just like an afterthought, and it's just thrown in because they think it needs to be there. And I don't like feeling like that. Like
Yeah.
it's immersion damaging and weird.
It's a shame because like I said, it Kineto's, at the beginning was definitely something that had, I don't want to say potential, but like there was definitely stuff there, and now it's just kind of like it just keeps doing like it just it's leaning into this like romantic comedy, fucking fan servicey thing that it doesn't need to do.
Yeah,
And it's like there's been moments where it's like, okay, you could do cool stuff and it doesn't happen. And then I mean we finally did get the palm blast thing that was cool, but like they
yeah,
just
it's not
they
enough.
could have, yeah, there should have been more of that, and they should have focused more on like the clan aspect of this like plot here. But yeah, I don't know if this story would have continued. I just don't know where I see it going. Like I know that there are other plot points that could we could go to, like the disappearing people, and we got to fight noise again. But I don't know if this story is gonna go for that long. Like I don't know. Um, it's like,
I'm ready to pack this shit up and get some Cannon Master going. I'm not gonna lie
yeah,
to you.
Cannon Master is fire, and I think it's a good replacement. But like, I feel bad like cutting a story in the middle, especially if it
Yeah,
turns out to get better.
yeah, I feel you on
Um,
that.
so it's like I don't know, man. Maybe like it's like should we just add Cannon Master where like no, because then I mean when Bachi comes back, it's like I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to say. Like this is a
Can't have
real,
too many things on the roster because then these videos will be fucking 5 hours long and take 7
yeah.
hours to record, and we just don't have that kind of time. So
Yeah, and we just added Witchriv, and
yeah,
we know Bati is going to come back, and it's like, do we want to talk about Hunter?
right.
And it's like this, like I like what Kineto's has had done and can do, but is it going to do those things, or is it just gonna like die?
Or is it just gonna keep being dog shit and then get axed? And it's like,
Yeah, it's like, and if it's gonna do that, then it's like, okay, just get it over with, bro. Like
right,
just die. Like
yeah,
I don't want to get my hopes up. Um, because if it's different if it's like it's just somebody who reads the manga and then you don't talk to anybody or anything, you read the manga, you close it up, you can just say fuck this shit. But like if we're talking about it on the show, it's like I kind of want to give it a little more,
right.
because it's like I don't want us to get to a point where we're like, oh man, this shit sucks by 8 chapters, and then we just like stop talking about it to cover like the next thing that gets canceled, and then people are like, well shit, you guys ain't standing on nothing. But
Right.
like also don't want to fucking have a lot of Astro Royale situations.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah,
That shit went
but
on too damn long.
yeah, that shit should have been axed immediately. But
Immediately is crazy.
yeah, as soon as that nigga said he's going to jump, they should have been like fired. But yeah, it's like I like the art, man. I can give him that. Like art's always
Art's got
good.
a lot. Yeah, it's good. It's got a lot to it that I like. But
Yeah, and it's like I'll never like not enjoy seeing baddies, but like bro, like I'm kind of drowning in bitches here. I don't need this many baddies. Like Granny could have been ugly, or like could have just
yeah,
not had this like moment that I'm just I don't know. It
yeah.
didn't need to happen, but yeah, Kineto's man. I guess we'll see
It's
next week.
sad to see it, you know,
Yeah,
kind of turn into what it did after being so excited about it. But it is what it
yeah,
is.
yeah.
Yeah,
I guess if you're listening to this segment, tell us what you think, and tell us if you're reading Canon Masters, because I feel like Canon Masters should probably be covered. That shit's peak.
fuck yeah.
Um, and like I don't want to say fan service is like just bad, like just in general. Like I don't want a blanket statement titties are bad, but like Canon Master has not had a female character, I think, at all. So like
Oh
there
wow.
ain't no fan service. Like it's just niggas in the desert, and I just feel like desert aesthetics also just are cool as fuck.
Yeah,
Not saying that
it's
like
such a good
whatever.
setting. Yeah,
Yeah, like
one of them
yeah,
evergreen settings. Yeah, that's always
yeah,
gonna slap.
that shit slaps. So yeah, keep your ear on the pulse or whatever they say,
Finger on
and
the pulse.
yeah, Yeah, but be listening to us. Our fingers in your ear, baby. But
Who
I think
got
that's
that
gonna
brand
do it.
new flavor in your ear? Yeah, I'm me.
Yeah, yeah, that's gonna do it, baby. Kineto's Magic Chapter 22, Connected Power. Now, as usual, before we hop on up out of here, baby, we gotta read comments, but also do our favorite chapter of the week. So we had a pretty chunky week this week. What you thinking for chapter of the week for you?
I think it's Centuria.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
Centuria was major.
yeah, dude.
It
Lucas
was
Lucas went super hard.
yeah,
I don't think that there was a single thing that it didn't do exceptionally well that it was trying to do. The strategy um was really engaging on both ends for Lucas and for the Rumir Warriors. I think that they had a really good performance all around. And
yeah,
yeah, and it was just very visceral and it was very high octane and it was twisty. It was kind of rug pulley. There was a good like, oh no, what's gonna happen? What's he gonna do? And there was like a shocking page turn element to it, and it was just raw gas.
yeah.
Kino.
Oh, brother. Yeah, no, I feel that for sure. I think I'm gonna also go ahead and say it was Centuria for me because like we had good chapters, but Centuria was just the one that really got me like going this
Yeah,
week.
yeah.
Um, and I mean, Witchriv was really good, and it was our first time talking about it. It was a really good chapter to start talking about it on. I'm looking forward to talking about it more.
Hell yeah.
And just for the future, just looking forward to just more conversations about more manga. Hopefully, we can get Canon Master on here somehow sooner or later, and just some other stuff that just got to be talked about. But yeah, guys, let us know in the comments what your favorite chapter of the week was, and what else we should talk about, and all that other good stuff. Let's see. Jumping into some of these comments, since we missed a week, it's kind of no point to really read a lot of these because they're like outdated, but. I got one here from at Deshaun. Awesome episode, guys. Always looking forward to the Bocce segments. Got to get more reads under my belt. Fist emoji. Yo, Knox, was wondering if you play Magic the Gathering Arena, bro. Always run into a player with the name Knox on there. Lol, really strong player.
Oh, you saw me? Yeah,
That ain't him.
you see what I'm doing? You know what I'm saying? No, I'm kidding. I don't think that's me. I haven't played Arena in I want to say almost 2 years now. But I did play with Nox in my name a couple years ago. But if you've seen a Nox player recently, that's probably not me. But yes, I love Magic the Gathering. It's my favorite game. I think it's the best game ever made. I played it for like a really long time before Arena in paper. I played on Arena for a few years, but Arena got weird for me. So I just kind of fell off of it. I was tired of putting money into it. I was tired of just like playing it. It just um doesn't feel right to me, like as a version of the game anymore. And Wizards of the Coast is just making very weird like business decisions and doing very weird things like conceptually with the game that makes me feel like that company is like low-key dying, and it's just very far removed from the game that I like originally fell in love with nowadays. So like I just have this very weird relationship with Magic now. But it'll always be like one of my favorite games like ever. Like, it'll always be number one to me, but I haven't really been on there like that. But yeah.
That's that.
Yeah.
Let's see. At la-r9q. Will you guys cover Bleach if it's weekly?
No.
Yeah, we're not Bleach guys. I mean, if they keep it simple, because like I'm a sucker for just like manga coming back, just in general. So like, while Bleach wasn't my favorite thing, I probably should give it a reread personally because I feel like when I did follow Bleach, I think I was still in a kind of a malleable state. I was in an era where I was allowing people to kind of say things, and I go like, oh yeah, that makes sense. But I should probably give Bleach a reread now that my mind is more like developed and shit. Like I don't know how to explain it,
I'm
but like
not doing it because I can't let Snooty win. But
yeah, I mean, fuck Snooty, but like, well,
big
no,
fuck Snooty.
Snooty's a crawler now, so like, fuck Knox because he ain't got a dungeon crawler car. So
Oh,
Snooty's gang.
top
Shout out
10
to
anime
Snooty.
betrayals. Oh my god.
Shout out to Snooty because he's a dungeon crawler car nigga now. He on book 6. But yeah, I mean, I don't think we'll cover Bleach, but like if they keep it simple, like Hunter x Hunter, you know, it's like jump. You can't just jump into Hunter. Like you gotta really warm your body up, do push-ups, and like, ooh, I'm ready for this triathlon. But
Yeah,
Bleach,
you got to read
I
some
don't,
fucking Nietzsche and some Albert Camus and some fucking, other existentialism,
and just
stoicism,
like,
real
Togashi is
philosophy
just
and
putting a
science
lot.
books.
I ain't even saying that. I was just saying like Togashi is putting a lot into these stories. So like even with like today's newest chapter, like there was a lot of words. So it's like you gotta be mentally prepared and
Yeah,
physically and shit to jump into Hunter. But like I feel
those
like Bleach
segments
is
could
not
be
that.
easily 45 minutes to an hour every week.
Yeah. But I'm saying like if Bleach is simple, then I can see it. Because Bleach isn't doing like no nin in Hatsu Rin. You know, it's not a bunch of like complicated shit that you really gotta remember. It's
Yeah,
like
it's like kind
one
of like you
power
just turn
system.
your
Yeah.
fucking brain off, and that shit's for
They
niggas with
they
chimp banging
they
symbols
gon'
in their brains.
they gonna
But
kill you, yeah. Because I'm trying to be nice to Bleach, and this nigga's just like, if you like Bleach, you a fucking Lego eating bitch or whatever the fuck. Like,
yeah, Bleach is for niggas that eat crayons and sniff glue.
that's
So
that's crazy.
we will not be there. We will not be reading that. We will not be reviewing that.
Heard it here first, folks.
Have fun though, you guys, with your rubber baby buggy bumper ass series. But yeah,
Oh brother. And then we got one from Matt Janice Marie Audio, who we were confused about
yay!
last chapter
Hi
when we
Janice.
talked about it. Yeah, we were asking about like the negator magic or reversal magic and octobomb, and was confused about who acquired them. So she says Hitsuji and Kizashi both got acquired by Discaris. Also, I can smell the rivals to lovers trope. Gimme mentorship. So
Ooh, between
Minakata
Minakata
versus
and Discaris.
yeah, yeah, and
Yo,
I
I
hadn't even
ship them
considered that. Yeah,
too.
yeah, like that's actually perfect.
That's
Like I can see
so
that.
good, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah, I completely forgot that Discaris had acquired Hitsuji.
yeah. I forgot like that whole thing. Like everything needs a reread. And just with the way the fucking world is today, like it's hard. Like I can't even read stuff I'm supposed to read, and then I get on here to talk, and it's like, man, I need a better refresher before we start recording, because I really should have remembered the Octobomb thing, because I made a long ass thread about like how I feel like Octobomb was kind of gonna like give up his life and let himself get acquired, and then he did that. Discards took him, and I forgot who took him. It's like, bruh,
Yeah.
I had a thing, but yeah, so that's going to do it for comments. Thank you for all the delicious comments. We eat those up. We'll see you next time. We're going to jump straight into the intro. Thank you for watching,
Outro.
baby. This has been, yeah, outro. You know what it is, baby. This has been Shonen Pulse, episode 66. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, concern, share, hit the hype button, join Discord, join Patreon, all that stuff. Set it up. Yeah, thanks for watching. Good night. Farewell. Holla.